Southern Utah's final regular season in the WAC wraps up tonight as the Thunderbirds host the California Baptist Lancers at the America First Event Center in Cedar City, Utah. And Ryan Steinekert here with JC Rockhill as the Thunderbirds host California Baptist. The only team in the WAC that Southern Utah has not beat this year is California Baptist, and they get them tonight. Final regular.
Yeah, and it's going to add that sort of extra motivation for the Thunderbirds in this one because, you know, you're 0-2 against a team. This is your last home game here at the AFEC. You have senior night as well. That adds a personal motivation to it. So when I see the Thunderbirds in this one, I just see an absolutely motivated team, absolutely locked in. Rob Jeter, he's going to do everything they can to make sure that the seniors are sent off in the right way.
JC, a lot of times this extra stuff like homecoming or senior night, coaches, some coaches dread it because the extra emotion, the extra activities and stuff like that sometimes causes distraction, but you see this as a time when the Thunderbirds will focus in a little better?
Yeah, and that's something that I really loved about Rob Jeter and his coaching style. He always manages to find an even balance when it comes to the things out off the court, like the personal things, like getting to know your players, understanding them as people, because that's a really big thing. But on the court, you got to understand their styles and how they're going to attack a certain game like this against California Baptist. How are they going to attack it offensively or defensively? Are they going to be physical, or are they going to be more of a finesse-style team? So it's all about finding that balance. That's the strength of these Thunderbirds, and they're going to have a great work in this one with senior night on the line. Obviously, the emotions, you mentioned that, but finding the balance is going to be the key, and I think this is a team that really does it.
California Baptist comes in at 22-8. They're 12-5. If they win tonight, and if Utah Tech beats Utah Valley tonight down at Utah Tech, then California Baptist could win a share of the regular season WAC title. So they definitely have something big to play for there, and they're coming off a dominant, and I mean dominant win over ACU, 87-48 this last Thursday night.
Yeah, and it was absolutely dominating, like you said. I mean, Dominique Daniels Jr., I mean, absolutely went off on both sides of the court. He had 22 points as well, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and on the defensive end, he had 3 steals. So an absolute dominant performance from him individually. But the biggest thing that stood out to me was their bench rotation as well. They got everybody involved as well and just worked so well in their favor.
12 different Lancers scored in that game, and Daniels, as JC mentioned, had 22 points to lead the way. And here's another interesting note about that game. CBU dominated in every facet of the game. They led 49-19 at the half. They held Abilene Christian to 33% shooting from the floor, 27% from 3. Points in the paint, CBU, California Baptist, won 44-14. They had bench points. They won 38-20, and points off turnovers 29-10, and second chance points 16-3. It was almost like ACU barely showed up to play.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, whenever you want to finish the season with your last two games, you want to finish it as strong as you can because it helps you mentally going into conference tournaments like we have upcoming next week. So for California Baptist, they're just looking to establish a tone as much as they can in every game, and that's exactly what they did against Abilene Christian. Held them to 19 points in that first half. That's a pretty jarring number at the college level, regardless of where your team is at. If you hold a team to 19 points in the first half, you're going to finish strong. Yeah. You're going to finish strong.
California Baptist, one of just a few teams that's never made the NCAA Division I tournament. Now, they did just move to Division I in 2022, so this is just their fourth season, but they made it to Division II NCAA tournament a number of times, including Sweet 16 and Elite 8 appearances in 2018 and 2025. But they see this season as a possibility, a potential. If they can win the WAC tournament, they would earn that automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So they're playing for that kind of a thing. That's on the line for them. Of course, for Southern Utah, it's no different. They want to win every game, and one benefit of the way the NCAA tournament is run is whoever wins their tournament, their conference tournament, gets in regardless of a record. And this Thunderbird team, they've shown they can beat everybody in the WAC except, so far, California Baptist.
Yeah, and it's really just going to come down to how they want to show up in this game, honestly. Are they going to be very confident, or are they going to come out relatively sluggish like we saw on Thursday? I think that this team is going to be really locked in. I think particularly at the point guard position, you got Elijah Duvall, who is a certified scoring stud. No doubt, I think he's going to have a very dynamic game scoring, but I also think he's going to have a great game distributing the ball. He's going to be locked in from out the gate, and it's going to be infectious throughout the whole rest of the team.
This is the Kabuto pregame show. Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Stop in before or after the game for fresh sushi, savory ramen, and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Kabuto, proud to fuel SUU game day. Thunderbirds last in action on Thursday night. They trailed against Utah Valley University by as much as 19 early in the second half, but battled back. They never gave up, ended up losing by just 4. It was an offensive showcase by Southern Utah. They shot 63% from the floor, 47% from 3. 4 different players scored in double figures, but they lost 92-88.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's always finishing strong, and the Thunderbirds have always done that throughout the season, really. They've always managed to finish games as strong as they can. They always finish above 80 points, I feel like. So finishing the game isn't the problem. It's finding consistency throughout the entire game that they have to fix, and I think this is a great opportunity against California Baptist.
Yeah, you're right, and that's something that Coach Jeter has talked about. He calls it the 5-minute stretch where they just fall asleep or lose focus, and they've got to get rid of that 5-minute stretch. When they've done that, they've been very good. They come in at 6-11 in the WAC. Last win was February 28th versus Utah Tech a week ago from tonight, 81-67, a game that Southern Utah dominated and had a great performance. Coach Jeter in his third season looking to get that 11th win if they can take down California Baptist tonight. So Southern Utah against California Baptist, 4-6 overall record. This is the 11th meeting between these teams, and California Baptist has won the last 2, plus they've won 5 of the last 6. They are 2-2. They are 2-4. California Baptist is here in the America First Event Center. SUU won 3 of the first 4 matchups between these teams, but as I mentioned, they've lost 5 of the last 6. The last time SUU won was in February of last year on the 6th. The Thunderbirds won 60-57. We'll talk about your Thunder 91 keys of the game when we return on the Kabuto pregame show. But any other items that stand out for you on thinking about this matchup tonight, JC?
I think the biggest thing going into this game is that the last game these two teams met each other, it was an absolute slugfest. That ended in a 3-point game, 58-55 for California Baptist. Obviously, like you mentioned, they won it last time. So I think this one's going to be a much higher scoring affair compared to the last one.
Southern Utah, that was at California Baptist when the Lancers won 58-55. They met again on February 12th, and California Baptist here in the America First Event Center dominated 83 to 66. So Southern Utah looking to bounce back from that tough loss, and they'll have to do it without their top three-point shooter Tanner Hayhurst. A little bit of soreness in the ankle, and with WAC tournament coming up next week. And here's the other thing: Southern Utah, whether if they win tonight, they'll finish 5th in the WAC. If they lose tonight, they'll finish 5th in the WAC. They can't overtake UT Arlington, that's just ahead of them. And even if ACU wins tonight in their matchup, let's see, ACU is playing against UT Arlington. So even if Abilene Christian wins, they would be, by record, Southern Utah and Abilene Christian would be tied, but Southern Utah holds a tiebreaker. So Southern Utah is pretty much locked in at that 5th spot, and so they'll be precautious and just let Tanner Hayhurst sit tonight. Yeah,
and that's the sad part when you lose a player like Tanner Hayhurst, because he's such a threat from the three-point line. So I feel like in this one, they're going to find a way to substitute that in. My first option for the three-point line on those kick-out passes has to be Dylan Jones, because I've seen Dylan Jones basically all throughout his career. When he was at Snow College, he was the most dynamic three-point shooter in the nation for a long time. I remember one game he hit 10 threes. It was just phenomenal to watch. So Dylan Jones, he's going to have to step up big from the three-point line, and I think he's going to really take advantage of this opportunity.
He's shooting 37% from three-point range as a Thunderbird, and for much of this season, especially about the first half, he was the Thunderbirds' leading three-point shooter.
Yeah.
We'll look for big things tonight from Dylan Jones in his final game at home as a Thunderbird. He is one of 6 seniors that Thunderbirds will honor tonight on senior night. This is the Cabuto pregame show. We'll step aside for a moment, and we'll have your Thunder 91 keys of the game when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Cabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Cabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Back on the Cabuto Countdown Show, Thunderbirds hosting California Baptist, the Lancers, tonight in town at the America First Event Center. Welcome back. I'm Ryan Steinecker. This is JC Rockhill, and we've got your Thunder 91 keys of the game. Thunder 91 is Southern Utah's student-run campus radio station. Live DJs pretty much all day, every day of the week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. More music, more variety, more SUU with Thunder 91. And your keys of the game, let's start with number 1.
Number 1, I got it for the Thunderbirds. I mean, the defensive presence in the paint has to be so much better in this game. You have to find some consistency. You allowed 50 points inside the paint on Thursday. That was absolutely devastating. That's what led to those large scoring margins against UVU. So the defense in the paint has to be consistent for the Thunderbirds. I'm imagining they're going to go with a lot more of a physical style of defense inside the paint, like maybe try to bump around and down there, but also have a very strong stance. You can't let the offensive player just bully you essentially and get easy 2 points.
Absolutely. Last time these teams met, California Baptist Baptist won points in the paint 46-28 on February 12th, and they won the game a total of 83-66. Also, on average, Southern Utah gets outscored by 5 on points in the paint, so they've got to be better there tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Key number 2?
Key number 2, I'm going to give this one to California Baptist, and it's going to try and get somebody going offensively. Obviously, Dominique Daniels Jr., he's the guy that they're going to stop out the gate, the Thunderbirds. So I would go to probably Martell Williams as the offensive threat out the gate for California Baptist. Get him going on offense, mix it up, have him go on some drive-ins, take some quick threes if he has them. So that's going to be the key for the Lancers in this one, is establish their offense with a lone superstar at first.
Daniels 8th in the nation at 22 points per game, and Martell Williams the only other Lancer that averages in double figures scoring. So for them to win, those two have got to be big. And for Southern Utah, they've got to shut down one or both of those two guys.
Yeah, definitely.
How about third key of the game?
Third key of the game, this one's also going to go to the Thunderbirds. It's going to be cutting back on the turnovers. Obviously, to quote Rob Jeter on his post-game on Thursday, we have to be a lot more disciplined and better taking care of the basketball. That's going to be the key for them. They had 14 turnovers on Thursday. Obviously, they want to cut that. And I know Elijah Duvall, he takes a lot of turnovers personally, so I'm expecting him to be very, very disciplined with the ball and also be very dissective with his passes.
He averages 3.5 turnovers per game and has got to take care of it better. Also, on Thursday night, when Southern Utah lost by 4 against Utah Valley, they were outscored 17-2 on points off turnovers. That was a big issue. And in their last 3 losses, Southern Utah has averaged more than 21 turnovers per game, so they've got to take care of it. Those are your keys of the game, brought to you by Thunder 91. Any other thoughts on that, JC?
If there is one other key, it's not going to be the biggest thing for them, but I think the Lancers are going to stick to their formula from last game, rotate their bench a lot more in this one. Not the biggest key for them, but it's definitely of note.
Seniors tonight, Southern Utah honoring Isaiah Cottrell, Logan Stevens, Lorenzo Abelar, Langston Binns, Dylan Jones, Kai Burdick, and Jaden Farrow. Kai Burdick has really come on strong this latter part of the season. He started the last 6 games, and his production way up. He's averaging almost 9 points and 6 rebounds per game in those last 6 starts, and shooting almost 70% from the floor.
I mean, he's just such a dynamic player. I mean, walking next to him, you just realize how tall of a person he is, but he's also very speedy and agile. Like, that's a rare combination that you find with a player of his style. Very strong presence on defense, and I think offense in this one, he's going to be very effective inside the paint, but I think he's also going to go up to the free throw line and take some 15-footers if he's got them.
He scored career highs in each of his last 2 games. 13 points in the previous game against Utah Tech, and then last Thursday night against Utah Valley, 16 points on 8 of 8 from field goal range. And Kai Burdick going to need a good night tonight, especially, as you said, down in the paint. Thunderbirds got to be good defensively inside.
Yep.
We're about 10 minutes from tip-off here in the America First Events Center. The Southern Utah Thunderbirds hosting California Baptist Lancers. Clark and Linford Jewelers has been a part of downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Our commitment to you remains the same. Quality jewelry, quality pricing, great customer service. Clark and Linford Jewelers in Cedar City, still your hometown jeweler where SUU gets engaged. We'll return and hear from Coach Rob Jeter. He had a chance to sit down with Spencer McLaughlin earlier today. We'll hear from those two when we return on the Cabuto pregame show on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health. Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the city park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing auto owners insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Joined by Southern Utah head men's basketball coach Rob Jeter ahead of the final home game already against California Baptist. Coach, how do you describe senior day in this modern era of college basketball compared to how it used to be when you began coaching?
Yeah, way different. To be honest, I guess it is more of a thank you to the guys that decided to finish their career at your place. It's not really a culmination of many years together or a relationship that developed into this like you're a true family. These kids have only been with us for about 10 months, and there's still a lot of value to that. And there's still some value to saying thank you and recognizing these young men. It's just different, so we all have to adapt.
Talk about the senior class and the guys that'll be playing in Cedar City for the last time tonight and the impact that they have left on this program.
Yeah, again, the first thing I say is thank you. As we're trying to put together teams and we're doing a brand new team every season, the best thing to say is just thanks for the guys that trust and have faith in you to choose your place. And the wins didn't come we didn't have as many wins as I had anticipated with this group. However, I thought we showed signs of playing really well, and hopefully these guys can finish strong.
How do you describe the opportunity your team has tonight against the Lancers with your team locked into that 5 seed in the matchup with UT Arlington on Thursday down in Vegas?
Yeah, it's an interesting spot that we're all in, right? Obviously we know we're locked in. We have some guys that are a little hurt and not feeling their best, so we anticipate on trying to give some of those guys a little rest to get them ready for the tournament. But we're also here to win games. So we're going to go out and try to have fun. We're going to try to get some dudes some rest. But most importantly, we're going to come out here and try to end our regular season at home on a positive note.
In this particular game, what signs will you look for early on that'll let you know that there will have been some defensive growth from Thursday's game?
Well, shoot, it's the last game now. It's, we are who we are, right? We've already identified the things that we need to get better at. We've worked on those things. So it's a matter of can we be a little bit better, as you're alluding to, and every day we have a chance to get better. So we spent some time in the film room, we spent some time on the practice floor preparing for tonight, so we'll see if we're better.
Cale Barkley is one of those guys that has shown some real progress over the year, had a great game with 12 points on Thursday. How have you seen him continue to progress throughout his freshman season? Yeah, he's just trying to be a little more consistent. He has the talent now. We're just looking for a little more consistency with him. Kai Burdick had a career game going 8 of 8 from the floor, and offensively feels like he's really gotten into a groove. But talk about him at the other end of the floor. What do you need from your 7-footer at the defensive end? Yeah,
he's gotten in better shape. And I think that's on me, right? I'm playing him more. He's getting in game ready. I'm just proud of him. He's a young man that has only played maybe 3-4 years of basketball, and he's been now thrust into a really good league here in Division I, and he's gotten better every game. It's just good to see, especially he's fun to be around. He always has a sense of humor. Everyone knows he used to be a baseball player, but it's good to see him having some success down the stretch.
Let's talk about this California Baptist team. You get a third chance at them. They've gotten you the first couple of times. What stands out about this Lancers team that makes them tough? Yeah, it's the only team we haven't beaten in our league. So they're physical. They score from a couple spots. Now, they have 3 guys who are capable of beating you. Daniels is one, Jackson's the other, and, of course, Martell, who had a big night last time. But most importantly, they're very physical. So when you think of California, you think more finesse. They're not that. They're a very physical team. when you look at what they bring to the table defensively, they've played in a lot of low-scoring games this year. Their offense has been a little up and down, but their defense has been tough. With that physicality, how does that translate to making them a tough team to score on at that end of the floor?
They're long and they're big. I mean, that's their key. They have big bodies. They're athletic, and so we just have to make sure that we keep them off the glass.
From the last couple games to this one, what are maybe one or two other things that you feel like have to change for your team to get a win?
It is simple for us. We have to take care of the basketball. That's it. I mean, it comes down to taking care of the basketball and then defensively holding people under a point per possession. We haven't done that, and we're talented. We can score. We're the second best offensive team in the league, but we're the worst defensive team, and a lot of that has to do with our turnovers. So if we take care of the ball, can do a much better job on the defensive end, boy, we can win just about any game we play in this league.
Dom Daniels, one of, if not the best scorer in the league, might depend on who you ask, but you mentioned after Thursday's game the need to stop the other guys and not let guys like a Martell Williams get going. What's the key against this Lancers team to keeping those guys contained, as Dom Daniels is likely just going to score points?
Yeah. I want to stop the other guys. I mean, I respect players, and Dominic Daniels is a very unique talent. You're not going to stop him. I mean, he's going to have an off night, but you're not going to stop him, right? I believe, though, some of the other players play with more of a bully ball mentality. That requires toughness. So I would like to see us be tougher on those players tonight.
Coach, what's the biggest key to getting a victory in the home finale against CBU?
Defense.
Southern Utah head coach Rob Jeter.
Welcome back to the Cabuto Countdown Show. Ryan Steinekert here with JC Rockhill, and thanks to Coach Rob Jeter for spending some time with Spencer McLaughlin, and thanks to Spencer for getting that interview for us here on the Cabuto pregame show. And JC, Coach mentioned one thing that you touched on as well. Yeah. He said we have to take care of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the double-digit turnovers, when they especially pile up on you late in the second half, like we kind of saw with them in their last game on Thursday, that's when they really hurt, is when they start to pile up on you. So I completely agree with Coach. Obviously, I think he's going to do everything he can to make sure that those turnovers don't start piling up on him.
California Baptist is second best in the WAC at taking care of the basketball. And I love one of the questions that Spencer asked was, California Baptist, if you look at their scores, you see them win with a lot of points. You see them win with not very many points. In fact, they've done that with 2 wins against Southern Utah. They scored in one game, they scored 58-1. In the other game, they scored 83-1. So they can score a lot, they can score a little, but their defense is good. They take care of the ball, and they beat you in multiple ways.
Yeah, and they also forced double-digit turnovers against, Abilene Christian. They forced a lot of turnovers against them. So that's what they're looking for. Their defense is the one consistent thing that they have. So I'm imagining in this game that they're going to throw a lot of different defensive looks at the Thunderbirds. I can definitely see them running a lot of man defense, but I can also see them switching it up with zone defenses, whether it's a 2-3, 3-2, 1-2-2 even zone defense. That can work against in their favor.
Southern Utah hosting California Baptist tonight in the America First Event Center. If you're not here now, come on down and enjoy the final home game of this regular season, men or women. SUU's women lost earlier today at California Baptist, a final score of 77-61. With that loss, Southern Utah's women finished number 3 in the WAC, and they will play either Utah Tech or UT Arlington in the second round on Thursday at WAC Vegas. Next Thursday, 3:30 Mountain Time. We'll have it on Thunder 91. SUU men, whether they win or lose tonight, they'll finish 5th, and they'll take on UT Arlington on Thursday night at 7 p.m. at the WAC tournament. So that'll be both the SUU men and women next Thursday. The women again at 3:30, men at 7 p.m. is what it's looking like. Hungry for a deal? Head to Cafe Sabor in Cedar City and grab their Thursday special, a smothered burrito. You can get that with a drink for just $8. Daily deals all week long, delicious food and friendly service. Cafe Sabor, located right here in Cedar City. Stop by today. You can't get a burger, fries, and a drink for $8, but you can get a smothered burrito and a drink at Cafe Sabor. Cafe Sabor. And that'll keep you a little more satisfied, a burrito and a drink. Starters tonight, we'll start with California Baptist and leading the league in scoring at 22 points per game. He's also 8th in the nation. Preseason all-WAC team, Dominique Daniels Jr., just 5'10", but boy, he finds ways to score.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he packs a punch too. He's extremely physical when he comes in off his drives, and he has a phenomenal finish with his layups.
Daniels, a 5'10" grad student from Compton, California. Also starting a 6'4" grad student from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Jaden Jackson. A 6'11" junior from Caracas, Venezuela, Jonathan Greeman. A 6'3" senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of SUU for 3 seasons, then USU Eastern, and now at California Baptist, he's a 6'3" senior, number 33, Martell Williams. And number 42 is a 7-foot sophomore from Glendale, Arizona, Brady Hennig. You look at that starting lineup, you've got Daniels is just 5'10", but Jackson a long 6'4", Greeman a 6'11", and Hennig a 7-footer. Coach Rob Jeter mentioned the size and the length of this California Baptist team, and they certainly have it.
I mean, yeah, no doubt. He kind of beat me to the punch on that one, Ryan, honestly. I wanted to mention, you know, you have a 7-footer in the middle, down low with Hennig, and then you got a dynamic point guard with Daniels Jr. I mean, it's just so hard to guard and plan for. But I think the Thunderbirds, they look prepared. They look locked in, no doubt. California Baptist, though, they're going to bring the punch.
And coming off the bench for California Baptist is the 3rd leading rebounder in the WAC, Thomas Ndong from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He averages almost 7 rebounds per game in 17.5 minutes, and he's not even a starter for this team. So that's the California Baptist starters. For Southern Utah, the starters are number 0 from Las Vegas, Nevada, a 6'11" senior, Isaiah Cottrell. Number 1, a 6'3" freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, Elijah Duval. Thunderbirds, for just the 6th time this season, not starting Tanner Hayhurst. Had a little bit of ankle soreness, and they're just playing it cautious, keeping him out and ready and healthy for WAC tournament next week. So number 20, 6'6" senior from Saratoga Springs, Utah, Dylan Jones gets the start, shooting 37% from 3 and 43% overall from the floor. Number 25 is a 7-foot senior, Kai Burdick from Carlsbad, California, and a 6'9" senior from Draper, Utah, number 35, Jaden Farrow. We talked about the size and length of California Baptist. The Thunderbirds start 6'11" Isaiah Cottrell, 7-foot Kai Burdick, and 6'9" Jaden Farrow.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do when you go against these variety of heights and lineups. You know, you got to match them as best as you can, and the Southern Utah Thunderbirds, they got that.
Thunderbirds just 10-20 this season. They went 4-9 through just a vicious pre-conference schedule in which they lost at Arizona State, lost at Gonzaga, lost at Washington State, and at Oregon State, at University of Washington. I keep going, oh yeah, Gonzaga and Washington. Oh yeah, and
this team.
Yeah, but a tough preseason schedule. They really came together in the 4th WAC game, or the 5th game of the WAC season, when they beat Tarleton State here at the America First Event Center, 106-105 in overtime. And since that point, they've won 5 additional WAC games. But again, California Baptist, they have not beat this season. The only team in the WAC that Southern Utah has not taken down in this 25-26 season.
Yeah, it would be phenomenal if they were to get this one and this one, you know, against a team that they've lost twice against. You know, we talked about how close the last game was, 58-55 in that one. Like, you can tell that was a heartbreaking one for the Thunderbirds because they were so close to taking down California Baptist. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of aggression for the Thunderbirds in this one, a lot of physicality, trying to establish themselves, try to keep up with the Lancers. And I think it's going to work in their favor, absolutely. You know, you got to come out and sort of punch them in the mouth, so to speak.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Savage Services, the official transport and logistics partner of Southern Utah Athletics. We get the horn, the media is ready, and it's Isaiah Cottrell against Jonathan Greeman for the tip, and Cottrell gets up quick and wins it for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds in the home whites, California Baptist in the road gold with the dark blue navy numerals. Farrow open 3, top of the key, just a bit short, and the rebound Greeman of California Baptist.
Gotta say, that was a nice little drive right there. You want to get going shooting-wise. Even though you missed the shot, you have to get back into transition defense. So now you see the Thunderbirds. They're in set defense. They're going against them right up.
Daniels dribbles to the top of the key, dishes down into Hennig on the high post, backing in on Burdick, and then throws toward the middle as a double team comes. Farrow steps in front for the Thunderbirds steal. Up to the right wing, gives to Jones. Jackson picks him up out on that right wing. In a man-to-man defense, the Lancers matching Thunderbirds step for step. Duval on the right wing. Burdick sets a screen, rolls to the hoop, but nothing open. Duval keeps it himself, drives left side, up off the window, too strong, and the rebound, the Lancers. They push up to the right wing. Williams for three, misses too strong, and Green in the offensive board. Spins underneath, goes a reverse layup and misses, but gets his own rebound. Still no score. A minute gone by. Greenman sky hook from the inside the lane, and he hits it. California Baptist leads 2-0.
Yeah, and that's all going to go back to the effort by Greenman right there, getting 2 offensive rebounds, both of his own shots. That's the type of effort that the Lancers are going to want throughout this game, and that's something that I didn't really talk about in the pregame. Thunderbirds, they got to go after the boards as well.
Farrow dribbles right, gets down to the block, working against Williams. Great defense from the 6'3" guard. And Farrow kicks it back outside. Jones to Cottrell, looks at the shot clock, 5-4, it's fading down. He launches a deep three and misses. Farrow gets the offensive board inside to Kai Burdick with the reverse flush, one-handed jam. Thunderbirds tie it at 2. Savage Services, the official transport and logistics partner of Southern Utah Athletics. From heavy haul to specialized transport, Savage can move anything, anytime, anywhere. Start your logistics with Savage, and thank you to Savage Services for supporting Thunderbird basketball. Mismatch with Burdick trying to defend Dominique Daniels Jr. He gets around him, goes to the hole, hits the layup, and draws the foul. Not sure who that foul was on. Burdick can't believe they called it on him.
Yeah, you're going to see it on the rebound right here. We mentioned it. He is not afraid to take on the help defense whatsoever, and he has such a strong finish with his layups. He does not hesitate whatsoever, and even as contested as it is, it's just such a smooth motion with the underhand.
And he's got an ability that most of us don't have to somehow get the ball up and around much taller defenders and into the hole. Hits the free throw, 5-point play, Dominique Daniels Jr., and California Baptist leads 5-2. 17.5 minutes left, first half. Duval dribbles left, dribbles back right, gets into the lane, pass deflected by Greenman. Duval gets it back, long three, right wing, misses pretty badly. Rebound tipped out off of Thunderbirds, goes out of bounds, clear out by the scorer's table, and it'll be California basketball.
Yeah, no, if you're the Lancers in this situation, you already have a 5-2 lead right now. I think that you're mostly going to be looking for a three-point shot right now. Like maybe go off of the drive-in with Daniels and then kick it out to the corner.
California Baptist, and the officials will meet and review this to see, I would guess, who that ball went off of. Jones, I think, had a chance to grab it, but he thought it was last touched by a Lancer, so he let it go.
Yeah, that's always one of those controversies. Let's watch the replay right here. There's the three by Duval. Ball goes wayward. Yep, Jones tracks it. Doesn't look like he touched it. It looks like his hands kind of goes up.
So maybe nobody touched it, and California Baptist has the ball. They're attacking left to right, or excuse me, right to left from our view here in the America Versed Event Center. Daniels, step back three, got a screen and missed it off the back iron. Rebound long. Jones at the free throw line pulls it in for Southern Utah. Directs some traffic at the top of the key, bounces to Farrow on the right wing. Burdick posted up. Burdick 8 for 8 Thursday night against Utah Valley. Backs in, turnaround, sky hook, and misses his first shot since last Saturday in the win over Utah Tech. A fight for the rebound. Farrow on the floor, and they blow the whistle and give the ball to California Baptist. A foul against Southern Utah. I didn't see where the contact occurred.
Yeah, I think it's the over the back. That's what I would imagine it is, but even then, he was fighting for the ball already at the ground. That was a very late whistle.
Burdick did slap the ball out of a Lancer's hand and may have gotten an arm as he did that. But as you said, if that's the foul, it was a very late whistle. Daniels loses control, gets the ball back, and out on the right wing, California Baptist gives to Jackson. Jaden Jackson averages almost 9 points per game. Daniels step back long two. No, they call it a three. I'd have to see that again. It didn't look to me like he got it back behind the three-point arc, but they give him 3 points, and California Baptist leads 8-2. Farrell dribbles right down to the baseline, cut off by Greenman. Starts right, then back left, then left again, and up with the left hand and in. Points in the paint for Farrell. Thunderbirds trail 8-4.
Yep, sometimes all it takes when you're inside the paint like that in those one-on-one situations, all it takes is a little bit of patience and the right move.
Greenman hands off to Jackson, top of the key three, and it eases down in. Jones a little slow coming over the top of a screen, and California Baptist leads 11-4.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier just before we saw that inbound right there. They're really going to look for the three off of those drive-ins. On that one, it wasn't so much a kick out. It was more just sort of picking the spot for the three-point and letting it fly.
Lancers shoot 33% from beyond the arc. Farrell working hard to the free throw line, fades away and hits. Tough shot. And Farrell has 4. Thunderbirds down 5, 11-6.
Yeah, I mentioned the patience with his last 2 points. In this one, it's more just instinct and willpower at that point to get a clean shot off with the fadeaway.
Williams dribbles left, tried to get into the paint. Help defense comes in Isaiah Cottrell, and Williams kicks it back up top. Gets the ball back on the left wing. Quick move to his left, stops, fades, and misses short over Burdick. And the Thunderbirds have the rebound. Williams started his career with Southern Utah. Pick and roll, Duval to Cottrell. One dribble up and under on a reverse, lays it in off the glass. 11-8, Thunderbirds down 3.
Yeah, and on that one, it's again going to be the patience inside the paint right there. He lets the defenders leap up after to block the shot and just gets 2 points out of it.
Daniels, haphazard, losing control down the lane, scoops it high off the glass. Rebound poked around, and Southern Utah came up with the loose ball. Duval free throw line. Daniels sells just a little bit of a push. And if that's a push-off, Michael Jordan should be called for something from about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Even though I wasn't around by then, that still is one of those things that haunts me.
14:34 left in the first half. 11-8, Thunderbirds down by 3. And that's our first media timeout on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kichler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
11-8, California Baptist with an early lead. 14:34 left in this first half. Thunderbird fans want a great haircut at a great price. At every SUU game, keep an eye out for ways to score a cut for just $10.99. Great Clips has locations all across Utah and 2 locations here in Cedar City to better serve you. Great Clips, it's going to be great. Thunderbirds start 0 for 3 from three-point range. California Baptist 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. That may be the difference in the game at this point. California Baptist up by 3.
Yeah, definitely. And they've really attacked the three-point shot as well. I mean, the Lancers, they're a great three-point shooting team, you know, especially when they're led by Daniels and Martell Williams. I think in this scenario, if you're the Thunderbirds, you want to try and do your best to match that on defense. You want to match that sort of speed and agility outside the perimeter on defense.
Jaden Jackson, a 34% three-point shooter. Martell Williams leads the team at 35%. Dominique Daniels, he's so dangerous because if you guard him on the three-point, he'll drive right around you.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you don't get up on him, he'll put one right in your face.
Yeah, definitely. As stocky as Martell Williams is, he's freakishly agile for his stocky frame. You know, you see him and you think, oh, he's not going to drive to the basket. No, he's extremely aggressive and extremely fast off of the drive.
Devon Malcolm checks into the game for California Baptist. Thunderbirds come out with the same starting 5. Farrow, Burdick, Cottrell, Duval, and Jones. Open 3 right wing. wing, just short. Put up by Jackson. Rebound tipped around, and California Baptist has it outside to Daniels. Drives the lane, hangs in the air, scoops it up off the window and in, and drew the foul. Second chance already for a three-point play for Dominique Daniels Jr.
Yeah. You don't see it on the replay, but you saw the offensive rebound and the kickback right up top. You go to your star player, and he's going to get the points for you.
And it wasn't much contact. Cottrell was trying to avoid the contact, but just bumped him with the body enough to commit the foul. Free throw good. Dominique Daniels already has 7 points with that three-point play. 2 for 2 from the free throw line makes it 8 points. Farrow into the lane, bounces across to Duval. He goes up strong and lays it in. Thunderbirds down by 3, 13-10. They have not put that free throw on the board yet, I don't think. Wasn't it 11-8? And then Daniels had the three-point play.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds have switched to a kind of a zone defense, and it does not work. Jackson drives and puts it up off the right side of the glass, 15-10. California Baptist leads by 5. Farrow on the right wing. Couple of dribbles and then gives to Cottrell. Hand off Duval, dribbles right, spins to the free throw line, then backs it out. Thinks about giving to Jones, instead gives to Burdick and gets it right back. Shot clock down to 10. A lot of traffic at the top of the key, and a whistle against California Baptist will be their first team foul almost 7 minutes into the ball game.
Yeah, and it came at a really vital time right now. We've seen the Thunderbirds really push the pace on offense and on defense. You can tell you got the hands on hips. Everybody's a little bit tired. This is a nice little brief moment of rest, and this is also where you get really creative with your offense on these inbounds.
Southern Utah with 4 team fouls already compared to California Baptist. That's again their first. Burdick on the left wing, looking for Cottrell inside. He gets pushed, and there's team foul number 2 pretty quick. Miles Daniels. No, not Miles Daniels. Jonathan Greeman with a push. Into the game, Rene D'Amelio, the 6'9" freshman from Italy. Thunderbirds inbound again on the baseline. Farrow works in, can't find space, and turns a fadeaway against Devon Malcolm and misses short. Rebound to the Lancers. 15-10, California Baptist leads with just under 13 minutes left in the first half. What's been a defensive battle so far. Malcolm dribbles around right side, then gives to D'Amelio. His shot swatted by Burdick on help defense, but a foul by...
I think they called it on Farrow.
Farrow?
Yeah.
Boy, it looked to me on the replay like Farrow went straight up, and D'Amelio initiated the contact, jumping into Farrow.
Yeah.
But may have gotten him on the arm. D'Amelio at the free throw line, misses the front end. He's only a 52% free throw shooter. From northern Italy, just about 45 miles northwest of Milan, a place called Borgomanero, Italy. And gets the second free throw to go. D'Amelio, a 6'9" freshman, averages 3 points a game. 16-10, California Baptist leads by 6. Lorenzo Abelar into the game for Southern Utah. Barclay in as well. Cale Barclay drives into the lane and travels. I did not see the travel. Must have drugged the pivot foot because it didn't look like he changed it.
Yeah, let's see it on the replay. Barclay, he goes on the drive. Shoves the defender. Yeah, it does look like
his foot landed on the defender, and that pulled him forward, just off balance. So good call by the official. So California Baptist takes over. Thunderbirds with 2 turnovers, 10 points, and they trail by 6. Mueller, right wing to Jackson, hits the 3 from the right wing. 19-10, California Baptist up 9.
Yeah, and that was an easy wide open 3 right there at the wing. Not exactly the most amount of time, but it was just enough to hit a nice banker.
Burdick to Jones. Backs up, gets open for 3, launches, back iron, no, but Burdick pulls in the long rebound and lobs back to Abelar on the right wing. Hot pass to Cottrell, 3 for 3 Thursday night against Utah Valley from beyond the arc. Misses this one off the front iron. Rebound California Baptist. They're pushing up the right wing. Mueller gives it off, got it back. Malcolm to the right wing for 3, and he hits it. California Baptist 3 of 6 from downtown, and they lead by 12.
Yeah, and you can just see that they have absolutely no fear shooting outside the perimeter. They are very, very confident, and they have great releases.
Burdick hands to Jones. High pressure by Jackson. Thunderbirds trying to open Jones up for a three-point shot, but the defense out there too tight in a man-to-man. Shot clock under 10. Abelard dribbles right to Barclay for three. Air ball over the top, and the rebound, Thomas Ndong of California Baptist. Mueller to the top of the key. High screen from Ndong. Mueller follows it, then gives to Ndong at the free throw line. Thunderbirds get confused, leave him all by himself. Drives one dribble to the hoop and flushes it with two hands. SUU sleeping on defense.
Yeah, definitely. And it was just a lack of communication on that one. There was absolutely no help defense in that scenario.
24-10. California Baptist on an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Barclay dribbles right. Tries to back in on Mueller and puts it up with the left hand and got it to rattle in. Barclay with his first bucket, and the Thunderbirds trail 24-12. It ends an 11-0 run for the Lancers, who've hit 5 of their last 5 field goal attempts. Mueller wanted the 3, but Abelard got out there too quick defensively. 10 minutes left first half. Mueller, free throw line to Ndong, rattles it in with the jumper, and California Baptist leads 26-14. Yeah, they just didn't update the scoreboard yet. Abelard to the top of the key. To Cottrell in the left corner. Barclay posted up. No double team comes, so Barclay goes to work and draws the foul. He got Malcolm in the air, who comes down on top of Barclay's neck. He comes away wincing a little bit as the Thunderbirds and the Lancers, oh, that was a hard hit by Malcolm. He came down hard with the elbow.
It really was. And you just see the forearm just catch the top of the head of Barclay and just sort of yank his head to the right just a little too much.
26-12, Lancers lead the Thunderbirds with 9:38 left in the first half. And this is your under 12 media timeout. We'll be back on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
A tremendous difference for our teams every single day. Thank you for everything you do, Drs. Newman and Knappen.
26-12, California Baptist leads. It looks like officials are reviewing that last foul to verify or see whether it's a flagrant foul. In the meantime, Pizza Hut is proud to support SU Athletics with a special deal for Thunderbird fans. It has been upgraded to a flagrant 1. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, off those drive-ins, it can be hard as a defender, you know, to kind of maintain your balance and also go up and contest a shot. But in that scenario, when you're bringing down your arm that fast with some aggression, it's going to be a flagrant if you make any sort of contact.
Pizza Hut has a special deal for you Thunderbird fans, a medium one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink for just $9.99. Order online and enter promo code M03. That's M03. Start with an empty cart, enter the code, then choose your pizza and drink. The price drops to just $9.99. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, and nobody supports the T-Birds like Pizza Hut. You know, was it Mueller or Malcolm that committed the foul? Malcolm it was, a 6'5" senior from Medford, Oregon. Barclay got him in the air, and coming down, he just lowered. It was almost a John Cena, here I come, with the elbow on the back of Barclay's head. So Barclay at the free throw line gets 2 free throws and hits them both. It's a 65% free throw shooter. And now Southern Utah gets the ball. And here's the replay again on the scoreboard. And boy, that was malicious intent by Malcolm.
Yeah, not so much a John Cena. I'd give it a Dwayne Johnson, the Rock elbow.
So the Thunderbirds to inbound, and it's Logan Stevens lobbing out to midcourt. Isaiah Cottrell. Duval, Burdick, Stevens, Barclay also in there. Burdick left corner 3, and it rattles out just his second missed 3 of the season. Rebound, California Baptist. Duval skies high to block a pass that would have been probably an easy layup if it gets inside to Brady Hennig. But California Baptist gets it back. Williams drives in on Cottrell. Crosses over, then bounces back outside. Shot clock at 10 as he goes to Hennig. Dribbles right, looking for space, backing in on Barclay with 4-3, up with the left hand, sky hook. Pretty move, and the easy bucket for Hennig.
Yeah, it's really just an easy left-handed hook right there, because Barclay, he's doing his best to keep him out of the low side of the block, but it's just such a strong finish. You saw those long limbs right there of Greenman. It's just too much to handle sometimes.
Duval dribbles left, drives to baseline, shoots back to his right and misses. Daniels on the other end, quick release, gets it up off the window and in, and California Baptist leads 30-14. 8.5 left first half. Thunderbirds with just 3 assists so far. Stevens at the top of the key. Not a lot of movement. Cottrell finally comes to him. Shot clock down to 10. Cottrell wanted the 3, but defense is there. Burdick backs in, then kicks it up top. Stevens for 3, and back iron is too long. Rebound. Greenman pulls it in. Barclay was there fighting for it, but couldn't get up to it. Williams dribbles to his right. California Baptist with the ball. Williams dribbles right to the right side block. Floats it up and in with the right hand. 32-14. California Baptist shooting lights out so far, 67%. And SUU takes a timeout with 7:50 left in this second half. They're going to have to, or this first half, excuse me, they need to find some adjustments on defense and a way to score. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. 32-14, California Baptist with the lead. Southern Utah has the ball when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Laundry day made easy. The Main Street Washateria preferred laundromat of SU Athletics. It's clean, relaxing, and has free Wi-Fi, so you can get work done while your clothes get clean. Or make it even easier on yourself. Drop your clothes off and let the Main Street Washateria do the work for you. Main Street Washateria, making laundry day stress-free in Cedar City. Thunderbirds already down 18 with 7:50 left in the first half. 32-14 California Baptist leads. Part of that is Thunderbirds struggling to make field goals. What else is going on, JC?
The rebounding. It has been absolutely abysmal from Thunderbirds out the gate. We mentioned briefly how important the rebound is going to be for the Thunderbirds in this game, and they've gotten out-rebounded 13-5 in this first half. 10 of the rebounds on the part of California Baptist have come on the defensive end. So at the end of the day, the Thunderbirds, they just got to crash the boards more effectively and more aggressively as well. They are getting boxed out like it's absolutely nothing.
Also, they've been outscored 6-0 on points off turnovers. Farrell, Barclay, Duval, Stevens, and Cottrell on the floor. Cottrell, long three with a hand in his face, misses short. The rebound saved by California Baptist, and Williams has it. Dribbles across the timeline to his left, goes right at Cottrell, stops, fades with the right hand, and got it to go. Good initial push, and then he fades away. 34-14, Lancers up 20.
Yeah, I mean, that's no joke when you said goes right at Cottrell. He literally put the shoulder down and struck him off like a fly.
Thunderbirds have settled for 9 3-pointers. They've made none. And I'd say maybe 1 or 2 of those were open, good, high percentage shots. Cottrell fakes a shot from the baseline, then drives. Double team comes. He pivots out of it, up with the left hand and in. Cottrell's got 4 points, and SUU trails 34-16. Burdick set to check in for SUU. To the top of the key, Greenman backs in on Barclay, then spins left, back to his right. Ball poked away, kicks it back up top with 10 on the shot clock. Williams takes the 3 and misses off the glass. Almost got the bank shot to go, but rebound tipped out by California Baptist.
And that's a really, really good defensive stand right there by the Thunderbirds, finally saying no more. You know, like we need stops and we need points now.
California Baptist 67% field goal percentage. Southern Utah 35%. That's the biggest difference, just the shots going in for California Baptist. But CBU is getting much higher percentage looks than Southern Utah so far.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a majority of them have been really wide open. I mean, they've been very creative with their offenses right now. You know, the cuts have been so decisive on this one. Their kick out and passes have also really dissected the Thunderbirds in this one.
Stevens dribbles into a triple team and gets bailed out for Southern Utah as he gets bumped and draws the foul, a 4th team foul against the Lancers.
Yep, and again, on these inbound passes, this is where you get really creative. You can see the Thunderbirds are coming out in a box. You can either go high or low.
They go out to the left corner. Duval starts right, or jabs right, dribbles left, gets into the lane and goes high to release it up and in. He was right underneath the hoop, and it's 34-18, Thunderbirds down.
Yeah, and that's one of the strengths of Elijah Duval. That was the point in case right there. He's not afraid of any sort of defense. Even if it's a triple team, he's still going to go up and try to get as many points as he can.
Daniels dribbles to the free throw line, finds his spot, up with the left hand, got it to go. Thunderbirds on the other end. Stevens tries the same and gets a little further inside, but misses short. 36-18, Lancers with the rebound to Williams in the left corner. Jones cuts him off, good defense, then goes to the floor looking for the charge. Williams misses the shot, offensive board, put back no, rebound tipped up, and Burdick has it for Southern Utah. Jones was looking for the charge, did not get it on Williams. 36-18, Lancers doubling up the Thunderbirds. Duval dribbles behind the back and loses it, but keeps possession. Gives it off to Burdick, then back to Duval. He says, give me some room, and then picks up the dribble. Hands to Stevens with 8, 7, 6 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Burdick, pick and roll, then Stevens gives it right to California Baptist. Terrible pass. Dominique Daniels through the lane, Euro steps right past Stevens with the layup. 38-18. Lancers up by 20.
Yeah, and I think in that scenario for the Thunderbirds at that point, with the shot clock line winding down, you said there were 6 seconds left. You go into a bit of a panic mode and just try to find anything.
Burdick at the top of the key, lobs inside, looking for Farrow. Pass off target, too high. Farrow tried to spin and turn his head and then couldn't find the ball, and it's thrown away out of bounds. Just the 4th turnover of the night for Southern Utah, but they are all out of sorts and just struggling to find open looks. 38-18, California Baptist with the lead and the ball. Into the game for Southern Utah comes Braden Johnson. He got 3 or 5 minutes on Thursday night against Utah Valley. Had 2 assists, did not attempt a shot. Duval defending a 3-point shot. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that was going to be whistled the other way.
I know, a bit of a silence right there in the arena.
Jaden Jackson went up for 3. Duval contested, did not commit a foul, but then Jackson tripped Duval. Jackson was on his backside trying to draw the foul. Instead, he picks up his first personal foul, make it 2nd personal foul as he got a foot out and tripped Duval. 5 team fouls apiece. Duval to the left wing. Crosses over, gets into the lane, up off the window, got it to go, and the foul. Somehow Duval finishes there and has 6 points with a free throw coming.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many people you put on him, whether you knock him down as he's going up. Elijah Duvall is a threat when he's driving inside the paint with 2 points.
38-20. Thunderbirds need every point they can get with 4:12 left in the first half. Duvall at the free throw line. Rattles it in. Got the free throw. He's got 7 points. 1 assist, 1 turnover so far tonight. Barclay back in, so it's Duvall, Barclay, Jones, Cottrell, and Johnson on the floor for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and you can see what Braden Johnson is doing right now. He's doing a one-man press. That's just to slow down the momentum right now of the Lancers.
That'll force Jaden Jackson, a 6'4" guard, to bring it across the timeline. No trouble. And gives to Mueller. Mueller, the point guard, pick and roll to a lob to Ndong for the two-handed flush. That just looks too easy.
Yeah, and he flew through the air like Superman on that one. Just catches the ball and just, I mean, he literally could have caught the ball right there, hold it over the basket, and just dropped it in. That's how high he was on that.
Duvall steps back, fakes the shot, keeps the dribble alive, drives right by his defender, and puts it up with the left hand and in. He's got 9 already, keeping the Thunderbirds in it. They trail 40-23. 3.5 left in the first half. California Baptist shooting 65% from the floor. Mueller to the right elbow, pulls up and misses short, and a rebound. Great box out by John. Oh, wow. No, you've got to be kidding me. Johnson boxing out on Ndong is called for the foul on a box out.
This is an abysmal call right here. You have a mismatch with Johnson, a point guard, boxing out. Mind you, Ndong is 6'10". Johnson boxed him out perfectly right there, and Ndong was the one that went up and over the bag. That is an abysmal call.
3:21 left first half. Thunderbirds down 40-23. Under 4 media timeout on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
CBU shooting 63% to Southern Utah's 48% from the floor, and California Baptist leads 40-23, 3:21 left first half. Discover adventure in every season. Visit Cedar City for vibrant festivals, Red Rock hikes, and a thriving arts scene. Then head up the mountain to Bryan Head for world-class skiing, biking, and cool alpine escapes. Come for the views, stay for the experience. Visit Cedar City, Bryan Head. California Baptist awarded a gift, a free possession here, as Braden Johnson called for a fouling Thomas Ndong as he boxed him out. So California Baptist with the ball. They work it around the top of the arc. Shot clock already down to 7-6. They look inside, nothing there. Ndong kicks it left wing. 3-point shot, rattles and falls in for Jaden Jackson. They are getting every roll and every call so far tonight. California Baptist 4 of 8 from 3-point range. 43-23. They lead by 20. Duvall on the left wing. Pulls up for 3 and hits it. Duvall, the lone bright spot for Southern Utah, has 12 tonight and makes it 43-26 with 2.5 left in the first.
That was about as big time of a shot as Southern Utah is going to get in this first half right there. That was so needed.
Dominic Daniels Jr. dribbles right into traffic, then kicks it back outside. Malcolm for 3, misses short, and Cottrell with the rebound. Duvall to the right wing. Gives to Barclay, back to Duval. Shot clock running down to 10. Duval dribbles right baseline, hesitates, then bounces across the baseline to Barclay, who spins awkwardly and almost shoots over his head. Gets it to go. A little bit of contact, not enough for the foul. Thunderbirds have scored 5 straight. 43-28, down 15. Handoff to Malcolm, dribbles right. Barclay wraps him up and strips it away. Thunderbirds push up ahead to Jones to the left wing, hesitates, dribbles free throw line, bounce to Duval, gets around the defense, shoots, goaltending. Is it an and one? No, they'll say the foul is on the floor with 1:33 to go in the first half.
Right. Yep, so this is going to go back to Dylan Jones on this one. He recovers the ball, just waits for the reinforcements to get there. Elijah Duval does just that, goes off the drive, just goes up, forces the foul.
The foul was after he'd picked up the dribble. And Coach Rob Jeter, boy, he's still arguing his case. Hey, my guy was in the act of shooting. He had picked up the dribble. He had clearly gathered the ball. Coach Jeter puts 2 hands on his head, continues to argue, does not like the call of this not being a continuation. So Duval will get 2 free throws and misses the front end short. Rebound Martell Williams of CBU. I'm with Coach Jeter. That looked like continuation. Should have been a bucket.
Yep.
1:25 left first half. Thunderbirds down 15. Abelar defending way out high on Jackson. To Williams at the free throw line. Dribbles right. Creates some space. Up with the left. Got it. Williams has probably made thousands of buckets on that basket as he played for Southern Utah for 3 years. Mostly played just 18 games, but a lot of practice shots. Cottrell just forces his way inside, misses the layup, but rebound fought for, and SUU has it. And a whistle will stop the clock at 55.4 seconds left in this first half.
Yeah, Cottrell just a little too much muscle right there as he's looking to put it down. Then just a fight for the rebound. It's going to get you a foul.
And it was Jonathan Greeman throwing his hand out at the basketball, almost punching it away from Barclay, but got his arm instead, and Barclay goes to the line to shoot 2. Or is this a 1-and-1? Barclay, it is a 1-and-1. Barclay tonight, 6 points, 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Well, if you're Southern Utah, you'd love to get this free throw, get a stop, and then one more bucket. Maybe it's a 12-point game going into the locker room.
Yep. It might be a tight window considering how conservative the Lancers have been with the ball, but regardless, yeah, that is the circumstances if you get a turnover right here.
Daniels shows some push, some tempo, and then slows it down at midcourt. He throws it away. Duval with the steal, pushes up to the left side, dishes off to Abelar, who's stuffed and fouled by Martell Williams. And Abelar will go to the free throw line. Duval wanted to take it himself, but too good of defense by Dominic Daniels. And then Williams, clean block up top, but clearly got Abelar with the body.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to give you credit, too. I mean, you called it basically right before it happened. You know, you force the turnover, you get the ball back, and now you get free throws again. So are we going to see an instant replay?
Well, you'd hope for it. Again, if you're the Thunderbirds, the shot clock is 30. The game clock is 40, so they can still get 2 possessions or one more possession if once California Baptist's first possession finishes. Abelar barely gets the free throw to go. He's a 77% shooter. Hit the front rim, then the back rim, hung there for a bit, and then fell through. His second one rattles in, and Southern Utah has cut it to a 45-32. They trail by 13. Looking for another stop here as we get set for the halftime show presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Daniel says, I don't need a screen. Give me one-on-one against Abelar. Game clock at 25, shot clock at 15. Abelar backs off to the top of the arc. Daniels at the logo. Shot clock down to 8, 7, dribbles left, gets a screen from Greeman, then to the free throw line, lobs it up and misses. Williams pokes the rebound away from Duval, out of bounds. Southern Utah ball with 11.4 to go in the half. 45-32, Thunderbirds trail by 13. And if you're Southern Utah, you'd love nothing more than to hit a 3 here and go into the locker room down by just 10.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the biggest thing right now is getting the ball down the court, because you see the Lancers are sending up a one-man press, not too much action. Abelar is going to get it across easy, so you just want a clean shot in this.
Abelar sees a lane, takes it all the way to the hole, and misses with the right hand. Williams the rebound with 2-1. He dishes off left corner, looking for Mueller, who can't control it, out of bounds with .3. Duval says, hey, there should be a little more time, or Stevens says, let's give us a little more time, but they're not going to get it. So 0.3 seconds. Barclay will inbound from this near sideline. Does he just go back court to Stevens? He does. Quick half-court heave, too strong off the top of the glass. And into the locker room the teams go. Thunderbirds trailed by as much as 20 in this first half. That was with 3:03 left in the first half. Over the last 3 minutes, they cut that deficit to 13. 45-32. SUU trails California Baptist as we head for the State Bank of Southern Utah halftime show, and we'll have it for you when we return on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Are you hungry for the usual today? Or are you craving something uncommonly delicious like the meaty masterpiece, the Hook and Ladder Sub from Firehouse Subs? They start by piling it high with freshly sliced smoked turkey breasts and Virginia honey ham. Oh, then they top it with melted Monterey Jack and serve it hot in a toasted roll. Save time by ordering your Hook and Ladder with the Firehouse Subs app today, downtown Cedar City. It's Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are here for you, the Cedar City community. With expert pharmacists on site, Township and Bullock can help you take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Both locations offer curbside service for your convenience. Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main Street, while Township Pharmacy is near the hospital just off Main Street. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug, grateful and proud supporters of our local students and athletes.
Welcome back to the halftime show presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. It's 45-32. The Thunderbirds trail at the half. They were down by as much as 20. But over the last minute or so, they've battled back. After the last 3 minutes of that first half, they cut it to a 13-point deficit. And this is the State Bank of Southern Utah halftime show. Ryan Steinekert here with Trevor Anderson, CEO of State Bank of Southern Utah. Trevor, you guys got a brand new, nice building. It looks. I love that it matches the building that was there on Main Street.
Yes, thank you. It's been a tremendous building and great asset to us. We hold a lot of our offices there, and it's been fantastic. We've got a lot of people with the growth over many years, so
That's
just
great.
Over 300 employees now.
Good. And tell me a little about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally grew up in Gunnison, Utah.
Okay.
Been here in southern Utah, Cedar City and Parowan for the last 28 years. Actually, 32 years. So.
32 years?
Yes.
So you went from the blue of Gunnison Bulldogs to the red of SUU.
Absolutely. It's been a great transition.
Yeah.
We love it here. It's been fantastic. Been with State Bank consecutively for 28 years now. So great institution. I love it. Love being here.
there's a lot of choices for folks to bank with, and what are some advantages of banking with State Bank of Southern Utah, a community bank, right?
Yeah, yes, I appreciate that. We're definitely a community bank. We've been open since 1957. Started right here in Cedar City by local agricultural people and business leaders of the community, and we've grown to where we are now with over 18 branches, and like I said before, over 300 employees. One of the things that's nice about State Bank of Southern Utah is our money stays here. The money that we generate goes back to our communities right here in Southern Utah. It's not up on the Wasatch Front, Utah County, or Cache County. It's right here in Southern Utah.
We talk, communities talk a lot about that kind of thing. Support local businesses, keep the money right here. You guys do that.
Yes, we do. That's one of the things we pride ourselves in is you know, we're locally owned and community grown. So, we love that.
That's great. Anything else about Bank of Southern Utah you'd like to talk about?
We want to take care of people. We believe that we're an institution that is built on relationships. We're relationship bankers, and we want to take care of people. If we're not taking care of people, we're not doing our job.
Gotcha. Trevor Anderson, the Thunderbirds weren't doing their job defensively in the first half. They gave up 45 points, trailed by as much as 20. They kind of rallied, made it a 13-point game. What have they got to do in the second half? I'm putting you on the spot. It's a basketball question.
I love that, right? Because we have made a comeback. We were down big, and we have come back. I think attacking the basket too, right?
Yeah.
Getting down low and attacking the basket has paid dividends for us here in this game. And as you mentioned, the defense, again, we need to pick up the defense. They've also been tough down low.
Yeah.
And I think that's where most of the points have been scored is down low in the paint. So we've got to do a better job in the paint, I believe.
Good notes. You maybe should walk down to the locker room, talk with the team after you finish chatting with me. Trevor Anderson, CEO of State Bank of Southern Utah, thanks so much.
Thank
Been a pleasure.
you so much. Take care.
You too. At the half, the Thunderbirds trail 45-32 against California Baptist. Final game of the regular season in the final season in the WAC for Southern Utah University. They've got some ground to make up as they get set for second half action. State Bank of Southern Utah, proud community bank serving Southern Utah for generations with local decision making and a commitment to the communities they serve. State Bank of Southern Utah is here to help families and businesses succeed. Thank you to State Bank of Southern Utah for supporting Southern Utah athletics and tonight's halftime show. On Thunder 91, we've got more of your halftime show when we return. Brought to you by Ben Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership, family-owned and serving the area since 1931. Obviously, they're doing several things right. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is your full-service dealership. Sales, service, body shop, detail shop, and their service department stands behind what they sell. And what they sell is a large selection of new and GM-certified used vehicles. It's Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick, 360 North Main.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City. Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
All year round.
45-32 at the half. California Baptist with the lead. Bullocks is more than just a pharmacy. Stop in for handcrafted soda, sweet treats, and everything else we have to offer in downtown Cedar City. Bullocks, a proud supporter of SUU Athletics. This is the State Bank of Southern Utah halftime show, and Southern Utah gave up 53 against Utah Valley on Thursday night. They give up 45 tonight in the first half against California Baptist. They've struggled to be on point defensively the first half of the last couple games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can just see that they're very confused on a lot of the looks that the offense is giving them. Obviously, you know, they are very much struggling with their defensive communication. They're very off cue with the sets off the switches on the pick and rolls. It's just been an all-around struggle on defense for the Thunderbirds.
One bright note, Thunderbirds are lead points in the paint 22-18, and Elijah Duvall 12 points with a couple of assists and just one turnover. Thunderbirds only turned it over 4 times. They just couldn't get shots to go. 1 of 10 from three-point range. Meanwhile, California Baptist 4 of 9 from beyond the arc and shooting 61% overall.
Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest strength for the Lancers in this one, is continuing their offensive production. Obviously, they have been hitting shots from just about anywhere on their drive-ins, taking guys off the dribble. They've taken on double teams. They've taken on the help defense. Outside the perimeter, their kickouts are on point, and their threes have just been able to fall so effectively. Like, their release and timing has just been so on point in this game.
U.S. Bank is proud to sponsor the SUU Thunderbirds. Stop by our U.S. Bank branch in Cedar City for all your banking needs. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. 45-32 at the half. Thunderbirds down by 13. Little hole to dig themselves out of. We'll see if they can do it when we return. We'll have your wax scoreboard and second half action coming up. This is the State Bank of Southern Utah halftime show on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Retro Fitness, the official partner of SUU Athletics, is the largest premium health club in Cedar City. Retro Fitness offers a full range of services, including functional fitness training, group fitness classes, hot yoga, personal training, saunas, tanning, a smoothie bar, and the best kids club around. Mention this ad for a free 3-day trial pass. Go retro at Retro Fitness, 929 South Main Street in Cedar City, or visit them online at retrofitness.com.
In our 150th year of service, everywhere you look, Zions Bank people are ready to work hard for you.
We're here and ready to go.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you. We will help make it simple and easier.
We have all the big bank services delivered locally.
Isn't it time to see how 150 years of experience can work for you?
Zions Bank.
We are here to help right now.
We want to serve you.
Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
Like, dude, he has seriously been, like, suffocated this whole time.
45-32 at the half. The Thunderbirds trail. This is the State Bank of Southern Utah halftime show. SkyWest Airlines is a proud sponsor of SUU Athletics. SkyWest is the world's largest regional airline, has been part of the Southern Utah community for more than 50 years. So no matter where you want to go, our 2 daily Delta connection flights from Cedar City to Salt Lake City, and make it easy to get there. Fly local from Cedar City, and with one connection, you can reach hundreds of destinations on Delta's global network. Quick look around the WAC scoreboard on women's games earlier today. Abilene Christian beat UT Arlington 72-57. So that wrapped up or locked in Abilene Christian at number 2 in the WAC. California Baptist beat Southern Utah 77-61. And so that locked in California Baptist as the top seed in the WAC. Southern Utah at number 3. And the Thunderbird women's team will play against either UT Arlington or Utah Tech in that second round on Thursday afternoon at 3:30. Speaking of Utah Tech, they lost at Utah Valley tonight, earlier today, I should say, 71-59. But Southern Utah wraps up the WAC at number 3 in the regular season. On the men's scoreboard, UT Arlington beat Abilene Christian earlier today, 64-57. Utah Tech leads Utah Valley midway through the first, 24-20. And of course, here at Southern Utah at the half, California Baptist leads 45-32. Thunderbirds got to be better defensively. That's again, they gave up 53 first half points against Utah Valley Thursday night. Tonight, 45, and Dom Daniels, 14 points, plus Jaden Jackson had 11. Those two guys led the way in scoring, and they've just been super efficient, shooting 61%.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, they are just so on cue right now. Like, it seems like they know where the Thunderbirds defense is going to be before it even happens, honestly. Like, they have really dissected this defense so effectively. They've gotten their passes off utterly clean. Their shots have been on point, obviously, like you mentioned. And overall, the Thunderbirds, they got to find a way to lock those two down.
Southern Utah being out-rebounded 19-10, a big part of that is they just haven't got the defensive rebounds because California Baptist isn't missing their shots.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Thunderbirds, they need to improve rebounding overall, obviously. We saw some sparks with the offensive rebounding there late in the first half. I think that's going to be their fallback. Look for some second chance points.
California Baptist averages 40 rebounds a game. That's first in the WAC and 20th in the nation, and they are showing that tonight. They lead Southern Utah 19-10 on the boards. No car, no problem. St. George Shuttle has you covered with reliable rides from Cedar City down to Vegas and up to Salt Lake and everywhere in between. So check out St. George Shuttle today. They are on time every time. St. George Shuttle. Any other items of note? Southern Utah, I mean, obviously shoot the ball better, but even if the ball's not, the ball's not dropping through the hoop, they lead on points in the paint, 22-18. I think they got to continue to go down inside. They're just 1 of 10 from beyond the arc.
Yep, definitely. And regardless of how aggressive the Lancers are in their paint defense, because we've seen a lot of physicality, a lot of fouls down low for either team at this point. So offensively for the Thunderbirds, yeah, it's exactly that. Focus down low. They got to get a Burgate going, and they got to get Cottrell going as well.
Burdick has just 2 points. Jones has not scored yet tonight. He's only attempted 1 shot, and maybe they shift things up to try to get him open, some more open looks from outside. Williams inbounds to Daniels Jr., and CBU has it to start second half action. The Thunderbirds start with the starters on the floor in Duval, Jones, Burdick, Cottrell, and Farrow. Williams on Duval, dribbles left. Duval gets caught behind him, but just reaches out and swats the ball away from him. Greeman reaches out, trying to get it at his bench, touches it last out of bounds. What a block by Duval.
Yeah. I mentioned it earlier with Nadong with the Lancers earlier, how he lift up through the rear like Superman. I mean, Duval does the exact same thing, really. I mean, he got off the ground so fast to block that shot.
Duval dribbles right, gets to the free throw line, fires left corner. Cottrell misses off the front iron on the three-point shot. Williams, the rebound, pushes the tempo, goes to the hole, lost the dribble, kept it alive, and then laid it in with the left. 47-32. California Baptist scored first, and they score first to start second half action as well. We've only been tied 1 time tonight. Duval, right corner 3, the only Thunderbird to hit a 3, and he can't get this one to go. Rebound tipped out. Daniels in front of everybody. He'll get an easy two-handed jam. The 5'10 grad student gets up, and California Baptist leads 49-32.
Yeah, and this is going to be something that's pivotal for the Lancers at this point in the game, is forcing more turnovers in this scenario, because you've got the Thunderbirds really on their toes in terms of their ball control at this point. So you want to force as many points off of turnovers as you can get.
Thunderbirds shot 1 of 10 from three-point range in the first half, and they're 0 for 2 so far here in the second. Cottrell bounces across the lane to Burdick. Double team comes. He finds Farrow back outside right wing 3. There's your second 3 of the night for SUU. Farrow knocks it down and cuts it back to a 14-point deficit. Farrow's 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists after that triple. Greeman at the top of the key. Thunderbirds need a defensive stop and then a whole bunch more over the next 18 minutes and 8 seconds. Greeman dribbles right, pushes Cottrell out of the way, then stops, turns, and flushes it home with one hand. 51-35. Coach Jeter mentioned it in the pregame, JC, that this is a physical team, and we've seen that all night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with Greeman alone, he brings so much physicality and such a strong presence down low right there. And he's also so lengthy that he can just reach up and dunk off of the smallest little leap right there and just shed off the defenders like it's nothing.
Duval matches it on the other end, lowers the shoulder. Daniels goes to the floor trying to draw the charge. No whistle, and Duval gets the easy layup with the left hand. 51-37. Williams into the paint. Backs in on Jones, then spins to his right. Quick pivot up with the right hand and in, and Martell Williams has 10. former Thunderbird. Williams, second on this team in scoring, behind Dom Daniels Jr. Farrow dribbles into his left and kicks it across the key to Burdick. Couple ball fakes, draws the foul. He gets swatted, but will earn a trip to the free throw line. 3 Lancers already in double figures. Daniels with 16, Jackson with 11, and Williams with 10. Duval for Southern Utah has 14 on 6 of 10 field goals. Burdick at the free throw line, swishes the first. He has struggled from the free throw line this season, just 36%. And hits the first. That's his first free throw since February 12th. He went 1 for 1 in the loss against California Baptist.
Yeah, and when you're going against a physical defense that California Baptist has, if you're a player like Burdick, you're that big center down low looking to go up for easy baskets. You got to be ready for those fouls and go to the line.
Back iron too strong on the second free throw by Burdick. Williams has the rebound. The Lancers push up to the right wing. Martell Williams penetrates just a few feet, then goes back outside to Jackson. 53-38, California Baptist leads to the left wing. D'Amelio into Daniels, left corner. Backs up, then pushes in, floats up an air ball. Offensive board, does not get off in time. D'Amelio leaning in, got the shot off, but not before the shot clock violation.
Yeah, and again, that's a much-needed stop for the Thunderbirds right here. The more you slow down the Lancers, the more likely that you are going to get easy points out of this because you're really exhausting them on offense.
Lancers shot 64 or 61% in the first half. They're shooting 80%, 4 of 5 here in the second half. Burdick hands to Jones, dribbles right. Hennig right on him. Jones bounces into Burdick, right baseline. Quick turnaround, sky hook up and in. Burdick has 5, and the Thunderbirds trail by just 13.
Yeah, and all confidence on that shot right there by Burdick. No hesitation.
He's shooting 70% almost over the last 6 games. And they're going to need some more of that. Jackson dribbles left, hesitates, then gets down to the baseline, bounces into the middle to D'Amelio, and a blocking foul as D'Amelio turns and tries to attack the hole. Will take us to our under 16 media timeout. Oof, that's a crazy call. D'Amelio just lowers his shoulders like a fullback trying to go through the line. 53-30, 15:53 left to go. Thunderbirds down 13 on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City. Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
California Baptist leads Southern Utah 53-40 with just under 16 minutes left to go. Second half is brought to you by Safari Hospitality, proud supporter of Southern Utah basketball. With hotels like the Courtyard Marriott, Hampton Inn, and Spring Hill Suites, you'll find comfort and quality just minutes from campus. Thanks to Safari Hospitality for supporting Thunderbird basketball. This California Baptist team, offensively, it's nothing prolific, super fancy, or fantastic. They're just hitting shots, shooting 64% overall so far tonight.
Yeah, and that's the value of a lot of practices. You know, there are some coaches that really emphasize defense and practices and everything. I can tell from what I've seen from the Lancers in this one that their coach really emphasized their shooting in this one.
Looking to sharpen your skills and become a true sales professional? Check out the SUU Professional Sales Program, helping students and future leaders build confidence and close deals. SUU Professional Sales, where careers in sales begin. California Baptist has the ball after the foul by Jones. And they'll put up a left wing three and miss. Rebound, Barclay, and he has to tuck and hold to keep it away from D'Amelio, trying to reach around from the side. Thunderbirds with it. Duval to the right wing, has to pick up the dribble and gives to Stevens. Burdick, Farrow, and Barclay also on the floor for Southern Utah, and Stevens with a poor pass looking for Duval, and he kind of wraps it around himself and loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's really mistimed. That's been one of the killers for the Thunderbirds this year with their turnovers on top of it. A lot of the turnovers are just mistimed passes.
That's just a 6th turnover tonight. They've taken care of it pretty well. Daniels kicks it off left side to Williams. Double team comes. Southern Utah, good adjustment. Then Williams pushes off, gets Barclay off of him, misses short with the left hand. Long rebound, Duval has it. Attacks, stops, floats, and hits. Duval with 16, and Southern Utah trails by just 11. Daniels dribbles left, follows a screen into the paint, floats, and can't get it. Rebound tipped out, and Burdick has it for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds feeling a little momentum. Crowd making a little more noise. Duval to Burdick at the top of the key. Dribbles once, then bounces inside to Farrow. Jaden turns to his right, misses short. A lot of contact, but Martell Williams gets the defensive rebound. Bounces ahead to D'Amelio, who flushes it home. Running the fast break, D'Amelio with the jam.
Yeah, and D'Amelio, he's actually a really big guy, you know, obviously looking at him at the court, you know. So that's something that you really want as your coach. You want everybody hustling down the floor and going for the points.
55-42, Southern Utah trails. Thunderbirds have hit 4 of their last 5 field goals, but they're down 13. 14:05 left to play. Barclay down on the right block. D'Amelio defending. Barclay across the lane, scoops it up. He got a quick pivot to his left and missed just short. D'Amelio commits the foul, and Barclay goes to the line. Good move by Barclay. He's got the skills. Coach Jeter told us that during the pregame interview. Said he loves the talent, the skills that Barclay has, just needing to put it all together and be consistent.
Yeah, and he's stepped up big for the Thunderbirds in this one. That's his 9th point of the night. He's also got those 2 rebounds. He's 100% from the free throw line. He's stepped up big for the Thunderbirds in just 13 minutes.
Barclay had a new career high this last Thursday night when he scored 12 points against Utah Valley. Hits the free throw there, as JC said, and has 9. He's 5 for 5 from the line. And I just prayed I didn't curse him there, and he switches the free throw. He's 6 for 6. Yeah. 55-44, Thunderbirds down 11. They have not led tonight. They did not lead against Utah Valley on Thursday. WAC Vegas starts next week. Thunderbirds will play on Thursday. Bounce pass into the middle, and Dong kicks it outside. Rebound, or the pass tipped away and out of bounds by SUU with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mentioned it during the halftime right now. The passes of the Lancers has been so on point in this game that the Thunderbirds really got to get their hands into the passing lanes.
7 turnovers for California Baptist. Inbound to Daniels. Dribbles to his left. Shot clock down to 7. He drives, hangs, scoops, and misses. A flush on the putback, but a foul before Ndong's putback. Daniels will head to the free throw line. Must have been a foul with the body. It looked like Burdick was straight up. They call a foul on Burdick, and he is in disbelief. He was moving with the defense. He thought he didn't initiate the contact, had hands and arms straight in the air. But Daniels goes to the free throw line, and he is if you believe in Bull Don't Lie, this is the front end.
Yeah.
But they call Shea Gilgeous-Alexander a free throw merchant, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Daniels Jr. has attempted almost 200 free throws this season. That was his 3rd tonight, which this is his 196th free throw on the season. He misses that one as well. Student section loves it because they get free cheese curds from Culver's. And because the Thunderbirds are still within 11. Duval, 3-pointer, no. Rebound, Cottrell and Farrow fighting for it. It's on the floor. And the hustle, fantastic. Still no control. And, they do say California Baptist has control and calls a timeout.
Cal Baptist gets the timeout.
Coach Rick Croy, in his 13th season, has 272 wins with California Baptist. And with 13-17 left to go, boy, Cottrell and Farrell both reaching at the ball. Cottrell had two hands on the ball when they gave the timeout to California Baptist. They'll take this, I think they're calling this a media timeout. No, they're not. It's just a full timeout for Coach Croy. During his tenure at California Baptist, 272 and 136, and so impressive at home, 175 and 43, and they went undefeated at home this season, a perfect 15-0.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Coach Croy, I mean, he just has so much talent on this team right now, and he knows how to utilize all those talents at the same time. You know, we've seen so many rotations in the past from the Lancers, but he's stuck to his guns with his starters in this one. You know, Daniels, Jackson, Martell Williams, they've both been very effective in this one.
Thunderbirds down 55-44. They trailed by as much as 20 with 3:03 left in the first half. It was 43-23. They've cut that deficit down to 11, but they've got to keep something going. Thunderbirds, coached by Rob Jeter in his third season as a head coach. He's got almost 300 wins, including his time spent at Western Illinois. But here at Southern Utah, struggled. 10 wins in his first season, 12 wins last year, and this season they're at 10-20, looking for win number 11 tonight, if they can come back against California Baptist.
And it would really be one of the sweetest wins of his career so far here at Southern Utah.
Thunderbirds, just 3 years ago, made it to the WAC title game. They beat Utah Valley in the semifinals and then lost 84-66 against Grand Canyon in the WAC title game in 21-22. Mentioned earlier that California Baptist has never made it to the NCAA Division I tournament. They've only been in Division I since 2022. Southern Utah, NCAA tournament berth in 2001. Under Coach Bill Evans, the Thunderbirds went 25-6. They finished third, actually, in the regular season in the Mid-Continent Conference at the time, and then won the Mid-Con tournament over Valparaiso. Stevens hounding up top, gets the steal against Jackson. To Duvall, across to Burdick for the two-handed flush, and it's a single-digit deficit. And a warning from the officials. Burdick dunked it, and then the official says, he goes over to the scores table and gives an indication of like wrap around with the hand, right? What is the call?
I believe that's just telling the bench to keep it cool.
55-46, Burdick with the dunk after the Stevens steal. And the Thunderbirds down by just single digits, a 9-point deficit. Into the middle, they go to Ndong. He tries to bounce it into the middle. It's bounced right back to him. He dives on it like it was a fumble in football, and a whistle and a foul against Cale Barclay, I believe, reaching in to try and grab possession of the ball. Yeah, that's probably right. Barclay came in from behind. 55-46, fresh 20 on the shot clock for California Baptist. Jackson to the right wing, dribbles right, looking for the pick and roll, not there, pulls up and misses from the free throw line. Greenman the offensive board, his 7th rebound tonight. Gives to Ndong, down on the right block. Back up top to Greenman. They got a reset on the shot clock. Daniels drives, dishes, one-handed jam is botched. Malcolm goes up high, lost control. It hits back iron and bounces all the way out to his bench. And that helps get the crowd even a little more excited. Devon Malcolm, a senior from Medford, Oregon. Medford more well known for its wrestling. Malcolm hammers Farrow on the arm, knocks the ball loose. It went off of Farrow's leg, but the officials give it to Southern Utah. And you've got 2 or 3 Cal Baptist Lancers saying that went off of Farrow's leg. I agree.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did.
And nope, they're going to check out, they're going to replay, watch the replay.
Yeah, and this is the proper call right here, you know. because in those scenarios where you have a player trying to recover the ball and everything, you always got to double check and make sure, just in case that it did go off his leg, which it did.
My argument would be that it first that Malcolm committed the foul, which knocked the ball out of Farrow's hands and then off his leg. So we'll see what the call is. Our angle not great, and we're kind of quite a ways away up here in the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth. But the officials to review that play. And we'll hang out for a minute. 55-46, Southern Utah trails. Let's look at scores from around the WAC. Utah Valley leads Utah Tech 37-36 as they approach halftime. And UT Arlington beat Abilene Christian 64-57 earlier today. On the women's side, we mentioned these scores earlier. Abilene Christian, the win over UT Arlington. California Baptist beat Southern Utah, and Utah Valley beat Utah Tech. Rough season for the Utah Tech women. Just 4-14, 9-19 overall. And they'll play in that first round. And the WAC tournament, interesting this year with 7 teams. The top seed gets a bye, right? And then the top 2 teams get a bye. The 6 and 7 teams play on Wednesday, and then Thursday they'll continue on with games. The 5 versus the winner of the 6 and 7, and the 3 versus the 4, I believe, is how it is. But that'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Las Vegas. And if you can't make the trip, you can watch or listen to the games right here on Thunder 91 next week. And we do know, at least from what I can see, what I can read, Southern Utah's women will play against either Utah Tech or UT Arlington Thursday afternoon at 3:30. And Southern Utah's men, who've locked up at number 5 in the regular season WAC, they'll take on, it looks like, UT Arlington, the number 4 seed, and that'll go Thursday night at 7 p.m. So the women at 3:30 Thursday, the men at 7 p.m. Thursday night. So the officials replay or review that last call. It did look like it went off of Jaden Farrow's leg, but I thought he was fouled to knock the ball loose. Apparently no foul. It's California Baptist basketball. But the way Malcolm reached around on Farrow to knock the ball loose, from this angle, it looked like a foul.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can obviously make that argument, like this physicality of the Lancers, you really got to be careful calling it, because they played so physical at the point where you think that, it's almost instinctive of them to go up and physically contest every single shot.
California Baptist has cooled off their field goal shooting. They were 4 of their first 5 in this half. They've hit just 1 of their last 6. Coach Rob Jeter having a laugh with one of the officials as they wait for the media timeout to officially end. And the inbound comes to Daniels. Across the timeline to Greenman. Stevens hounding Daniels all the way up across the timeline. Daniels gets it back, drives right past Burdick and puts it in with the left hand. Daniels has 18.
Yeah, as big of a mismatch as that is in terms of size, it is just as much a mismatch in terms of speed and agility.
It makes me think of Rudy Gobert trying to guard Steph Curry kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Farrow goes to Duval, who's had a hot hand tonight, 16 points. He'll take the shot from the right side and miss. Farrow, the offensive board, is blocked, but Duval is right there for the grab and the putback. Offensive rebound, Duval has 18. Thunderbirds down 9, 57-48. Got to get a stop here with 11:28 left to go. Thunderbirds have battled back. They trailed by as much as 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Jackson dribbles right, found a lane. Duval poked it away, then saves it on the baseline. Burdick on the floor, bounces over to Duval. Across the timeline to Barclay at the free throw line. Out to Farrow on the left wing. Looking inside, goes to Barclay. High post, but way out on the left baseline. Barclay dribbles in on Ndong. Finds a little room, up and under, misses, but he was fouled. Ndong pleads his case, says I didn't touch him, but Barclay goes to the line.
If you say Name Dong just guarding him. Yeah, there was a bit of a physicality right there. I think he gets body checked, and that's going to be the foul. I thought it was going to be more on the help defense right there on part of the Lancers, but that's not the case. When you body check like that as he's going up, that's going to be a foul.
For Ndong, that's foul number 3. Barclay at the line, misses off the side of the rim. And it bounces to the left. 57-48. Barclay with 10 points tonight, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, plus 2 rebounds. Barclay, a freshman from Harriman, Utah. Was the Prep Hoops 6A Player of the Year last year. 6A, that's big. That's the biggest classification in Utah, and he gets the second free throw to rattle in. He's been solid the last couple nights, and he hits the second free throw. Southern Thunderbirds trail by 8 with 10:56 to go. Daniels across the timeline, left to right. California Baptist attacking in the second half. Stevens fights through a screen. Inside to Hennig. The Lancers go, and he backs in. Help defense comes. He skips across left wing. Williams fakes the three, then dribbles into the key. Had it almost poked away, gets it back. Out to the right wing, dribbles into the lane, starts right, goes left, misses, rebound. Farrow gets pushed, no call. Martell Williams gets it back and skies up with the right hand and in.
Yep, sometimes it's just pure willpower at that point. It's almost instinctive for Martell Williams to fight for every rebound and go back up for 2 points.
Thunderbirds go inside to Barclay. Defense gets there. He steps around and then tries to go up over the 7-foot Hennig, who blocks it. Daniels quickly up right corner. Jackson for three, short, rebound. Greeman cuts in there. Nobody boxed him out. He gets the board, fights his way back toward the hoop, and then he shot and a foul against Southern Utah.
Yeah, this is the ultimate downside when you're in that transition defense and a quick three is triggered on the other side with the offense. There's always going to be a wayward offensive player coming down for that rebound.
And they'll say the foul was on the floor, so California Baptist inbounds. They go to Williams, right side, and he dribbles into traffic. A foul away from the ball. A push against Jaden Farrow. His third. So Farrow has three, Burdick has three. And Dong is on the bench with three for California Baptist. Long possession here for California Baptist. Daniels gets the inbound and stops, pops, and drops the three from the right wing. He has 21. Thunderbirds were down by as little as 8, but now find themselves down 13. Farrow down to the right baseline. Double team comes, lobs into the middle. Burdick tries to pass it across to Cottrell, but loses the grip, and California Baptist comes up with it. Ahead to Greeman, who misses, and Cottrell comes up high for the rebound on the missed dunk to Farrow, right wing, three. Yes! Jaden Farrow swishes it in and makes it back to a 10-point deficit for Southern Utah with 9:20 to go. Jaden Farrow with his second triple of the night has 10 points, second or third Thunderbird in double figures scoring. And the officials, I think, are the ones who stopped play here. Rick Croy goes over to talk with officials. Cottrell went up high, and it looked like Greeman may have been elbowed or something in the head or in the side of the head.
Yeah, because he was shaken up as he was coming down right there. You know, he was holding his face, so you can tell he's a little shaken up.
It almost looked to me like he was just covering his head to protect himself, but he was actually grabbing his ear, maybe in some pain. We'll take a moment while the officials review this. We'll take our media timeout. It's 62-52. Thunderbirds down 10 with 9:20 to go on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Retro Fitness, the official partner of SUU Athletics, is the largest premium health club in Cedar City. Retro Fitness offers a full range of services, including functional fitness training, group fitness classes, hot yoga, personal training, saunas, tanning, a smoothie bar, and the best kids club around. Mention this ad for a free 3-day trial pass. Go retro at Retro Fitness, 929 South Main Street in Cedar City, or visit them online at retrofitness.com.
In our 150th year of service, everywhere you look, Zions Bank people are ready to work hard for you.
We're here and ready to go.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you. We will help make it simple and easier.
We have all the big bank services delivered locally.
Isn't it time to see how 150 years of experience can work for you?
Zions Bank.
We are here to help right now. We want to serve you.
Now more than...
So the officials review and say it was a basketball play, nothing funky, nothing strange, nothing changed. 62-52, Thunderbirds down by 10 with 9:15 left to go. Williams crosses the timeline. The former Thunderbird asks for a screen, then goes away from it, gets down to the left block, passes into the middle. Hennig with a left-handed floater knocks it down. His first shot, his first points tonight. 64-52, California Baptist up 12. Duval sees a lane, takes it all the way to the hole, lays it in. 64-54, Thunderbirds down. On the other end, Jackson on a fast break stops to try and get Cottrell to fly by, and Cottrell had taken a funny angle, jumped right over Jackson.
Yeah, it's like a track meet. He hurdles him.
And commits the foul. Cottrell spread his legs out to make sure he didn't get Jackson with a knee to the cheek or anything like that. Coach Rick Croy asking and pleading with the official for something more than just a common foul. And Jackson wasn't even in the act of shooting because he had stopped to wait for Cottrell to fly by. So inbound to Daniels. He tries to penetrate, doesn't find any space. Thunderbirds switch defensively. That leaves Jackson open for three. He misses short. Rebound, Farrow pushing up the right side. Thunderbirds looking for fast break points. Farrow gets down close to the basket, down on the right block, backing in on Williams. Spins, up with the right hand. Too strong, and a late whistle will give Williams his second and put Farrow at the line.
Yeah, and this is also a really big plus for the Thunderbirds in this scenario. You're stopping the clock, and you also have a chance for points.
Farrow, one of the better free throw shooters in the WAC, takes his first trip to the line tonight. Has 10 points, make it 11. He swishes the first in, an 87% shooter. That makes it a 9-point game once again. When it comes to world-famous chicken strips, there's only one place. That's Ernie's. Proudly local, proudly supporting SUU athletics. Ernie's is the go-to spot for a great meal. Drop in today and taste why everyone loves Ernie's chicken strips. What did he do on that second free throw?
He sank it.
64-56. Thunderbirds down 8. They were down by as much as 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. They've battled back, but have some space or some room left to go. Some digging left to do to get out of that hole. Daniels dribbles right, spins, and scoops it up and in. Boy, he is just so decisive and quick to move somewhere and attack.
Yeah, it was such a fast spin move. And when you're going against Isaiah Cottrell, a typically bigger guy, obviously you're going to have an advantage with the speed. We've seen it utilized heavily by Daniels.
Cottrell wanted the three. Jackson flops to the floor, no whistle. Thunderbirds work it around but can't find the open man. We're down. That's the third player who's gone to the floor trying to draw a charge, and none of them have gotten it. Duval, bounce, give and go, gets into the middle. Barclay bounced it into traffic. Somehow Duval came up with it, draws the foul, and goes to the line with 7:42 left to go.
Yeah, let's see it on the replay right here. Barclay, and it's just juggled by Duval, and a foul is eventually initiated right there.
66-56. California Baptist leads by 10. Thunderbirds have Duval at the line. When we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU athletics and our community. Visit webstersmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile. Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
Craving sushi or ramen? Kabuto in Cedar City has you covered with fresh flavors and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Head in today. Kabuto, your go-to for sushi, ramen, and more. Thunderbirds down 10. They've gotten to within 8, but each time they get it under 10 points or into single digits, California Baptist has a quick answer, and a lot of those have come from Dominique Daniels Jr., the WAC's leading scorer, has 23 tonight.
Yeah, and he's really been the clutch piece for tonight for the Lancers, regardless of where it is on the scoreboard. He's really been stepping up in this one and just been able to hit his shots. That's why he's one of the top players in the nation, obviously, and the top player in the WAC is because of how decisive he is. Regardless of how tall he is, he utilizes his speed and has such a passion for the game of basketball. It shows every game.
He's 8th in the nation in scoring at 22.2 points per game. That'll go up after tonight. And we've got 7:42 left to go. JC, you mentioned earlier that Williams and Daniels are the two guys who lead the team in scoring, and they would need somebody else to step up. Jaden Jackson has so far. He's got 11, but has not scored in the second half.
Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest thing. I think that the Thunderbirds have really stepped up on him on defense so much that it's really been opening up Daniels and Martell to get their points.
Duval hits the first of 2 free throws, and he's had a big night. 20 points, gets the second free throw just short, but Farrell the offensive rebound back into the middle. Stevens tried to just chuck it up there and draw the foul, but didn't get the whistle. He would look like he was tripped. California Baptist to the other end. Jackson fake 3, then he steps to his side as the defense flies by and hits the 3. I spoke too soon when I said he hadn't scored yet in the second half.
Yeah. That's a real crowd silencer, too. There's a big time threes late in the second.
59-67. Duval dribbles to his left and draws contact and a whistle. A 6th team foul against California Baptist. It's called against Brady Hennig, his second. Both teams with 16 fouls, so we'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. Thunderbirds just 3 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're the #1 shooting three-point team in the WAC at almost 36%. But tonight, 20%. Cottrell down on the left block, up with the left hand, misses. Too strong. Barclay fighting for the rebound, gets it to go off of Greenman and out of bounds. And it's Thunderbird basketball on the baseline. Shot clock at 29, should be at 20. They put it to 15. I think they'll need to fix that, unless, maybe the ball didn't hit the rim.
Yeah,
is that the case? So shot clock at 15. Inbound to Farrow. Turns to his right. He's got 12 points tonight. Tries to attack. Double team comes. He bounces to Cottrell, who turns, puts it up and in. He's hammered, and no foul. Rebound Williams pushing up the right side into the right block and cut off there. He'll go back outside. Greenman has it poked away, but he gets it back, poked away again. Dives to the floor. No travel. What are these officials watching tonight?
I have no idea, honestly. When you're on the ground and you're rolling with the ball, that is a classic travel.
Well, and he'd had possession when he was still upright and then went to the floor.
Yeah, you see the battle for the ball. You got 2 Thunderbird defenders fighting for the ball at the same time, so you just secure the ball, but then you see him, he rolls over like a log, essentially. That is a travel.
6:45 left to go. Thunderbirds get it on a jump ball with the possession arrow. Duval dribbles right. Burdick, Farrow, Barclay, and Stevens also on the floor. Duval dribbles left to Stevens. Right wing 3. No, air ball and out of bounds to California Baptist. Boy, the three-point shot has not been there for Southern Utah tonight. Just 3 of 16.
Yeah, you mentioned how the Thunderbirds are the #1 team in the WAC with their three-point percentage. Yeah, there's just been something else in the water tonight that has really caused them to miss their shots.
Inbound to Daniels, a 12-point California Baptist lead. Thunderbirds need some stops. Stevens tries to draw an offensive moving screen foul, doesn't get it. Daniels attacks and misses, and the rebound, Duval boxing out on Greenman. Duval sees a lane, attacks, drives, ball stripped away. He gets it back, but he's down amongst all the tall trees. Kicks back outside to Stevens. Hops into the lane, then hesitates, puts it up with the left, and misses short. Rebound Jackson to the other end, lays it up and misses over Farrow. Burdick the rebound. Thunderbirds are off and running. They have numbers. Stevens bounces across to Burdick, who goes up, hangs, hits, and draws the foul. Barclay with the finish and the foul, and heads to the line.
Foul is called on number 1, Dominique Daniels.
The foul charge to Dominique Daniels, his first, and Barclay goes to the line. He's got 13 points. Dylan Jones back into the game for the first time in a while. He has not attempted a shot in the second half. Barclay hits the free throw, and one, makes it 69-60 with 5:50 left to go. Thunderbirds on a 5-0 run. They need a few more with just 5:40 left to go, and a lazy pass by Hennig into the middle. Barclay with the easy steal.
Yeah, credit to Burdick right there. Just gets his long arms up in the passing lane and bats it away.
Into the middle, Barclay down the lane, rattles it out, but Burdick with the offensive board and the putback. Southern Utah within 7. 69-62. There's the crowd. Student section making some noise. Jackson crosses the timeline. California Baptist wants to eat as much clock as they can. Just over 5 minutes to go. Jackson dribbles left, follows a screen by Hennig. Free throw line, bounce to Hennig, stripped away and out of bounds. And
I think they're gonna. Yep, that's a foul.
Yeah, and it may have been a foul. My concern is the official that called it, there's no way he could see that it was a foul because of his angle.
Right.
He was directly behind the body of Brady Hennig, and there's no way he could have seen through Hennig's body to see Jones hit the arm. Hennig at the free throw line. A 53% shooter buries the first. Now, I will say, the official got the call right.
Yeah.
On the replay that we saw, Jones certainly got the arm.
Yeah, but I do understand where you're coming from, really, because that referee, with the angle that he was at, it's a very difficult call.
Hennig's second free throw, high bounce off the back of the iron and then finds its way home. 71-62. Duval and the Thunderbirds attacking right to left as he crosses the timeline. A screen from Burdick, wrapped up with Dominique Daniels, and Duval just waiting for that whistle to finally come. Dominique Daniels had his arm wrapped up behind his back like a what's it called? An arm bar.
Yeah, an arm bar in the UFC.
In wrestling,
Yep.
yes, in UFC. So that'll send Duval to the line, and for Daniels, that's a second personal foul. Jones back out, Stevens back in for Southern Utah. Barclay, Stevens, Duval, Farrow, and Burdick on the floor. Duval's first free throw, swishes. Elijah Duval, a career-high 28 points at Utah Tech on January 24th. He's scored in double figures in 23 games, including tonight, and 12 consecutive, and tonight has 22. Second free throw, good. Make it 23. Thunderbirds down by 7 again, needing a stop. 71-64, 4:54 left to go. They trailed by as much as 19 against Utah Valley on Thursday night and ended up losing by 4. They've trailed by as much as 20 tonight, and they trail by 7 now. Full court pressure, but they don't get a takeaway. Martell Williams across the timeline. Dribbles to his right as California Baptist looks to eat up every second they can on every possession. Dribbles to his left. Shot clock getting down to 10 as Jackson takes the 3 and misses short. Burdick and Farrell both there for the rebound. Burdick says, well, I got to make sure that Thunderbirds get this one. His 5th rebound tonight. Duval to the right wing, down toward the corner. Gets the switch defensively, and Daniels on him. Duval backs in, fakes a shot, uses the shoulder to muscle in. So we've seen that physicality from California Baptist. Duval turns the tables, gets the bucket. Thunderbirds trail by 5.
And add insult to injury on the part of the Lancers. He went against Daniels on that one.
71-66, under 4 minutes to play. Thunderbirds have not led tonight. That we've been tied for 1 minute and 36 seconds of this game, but California Baptist has led for the other 34 minutes plus. Daniels dribbles, free throw line, pulls up and misses short. Farrell the rebound. He's fouled as he comes down. Hennig did not give him room to come down, and part of that may have been some contact of physicality. Hennig was maybe pushed into him, but the officials did not see it that way. And I don't either on the replay.
Yeah.
Hennig was hustling for the ball, just got into the wrong spot at the wrong time and commits the foul. Southern Utah has free throws, down by 5 when we return with 3:41 left to play on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Launch your career with SUU's professional sales program. Stand out in today's job market with hands-on experience and real-world results. Learn to sell yourself, your ideas, and your business. Master sales, management, and entrepreneurship. Connect with industry leaders through competitions, networking, and internships. Land high-paying careers after graduation. Whether starting your own business or climbing the corporate ladder, sales skills are your secret weapon. Partner with SUU. Hire the best. Be the best on campus at Southern Utah University.
Southern Utah University football fans, this one's for you. With 3 convenient Iron County locations and over 20,000 5-star reviews, Burt Brothers is your hometown team for auto care. From unbeatable tire deals to trusted service packages, we've got you covered start to finish. Because at Burt Brothers, there's only one promise: we do it better.
Thunderbirds down by 5, 71-66. Firehouse Subs is proud to support our local first responders and proud to be a sponsor of SU Athletics. Stop by today for a hook and ladder sub, piled high and served hot. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. SU down by 5, JC.
Yeah, and I got to say, I have been so impressed with Barclay in this one. He has stepped up huge coming off the bench for the Thunderbirds. He has shown off every bit of his ability to be a leader in this WAC conference and for the Thunderbirds.
He's got a new career high tonight with 14 points, 2 rebounds to go with that, and he's 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He's taken 9 free throws to 6 field goals. But you're right, he has stepped up in a big way, and he did so on Thursday night as well. He had set a new career high Thursday with 12 points against Utah Valley and bests that already by 2 points with 3:41 left to go. Farrow at the line, and he can't complete the N1. 71-66, or not the N1, that was the front end of a 1-and-1. So SUU leaves at least 1 point on the board, and they trail by 5 with 3.5 to go. Daniels dribbles left, follows a screen, then hooks pass back to Williams on the left wing. Shot clock down to 10. Duval defending. Williams trying to back in. He's at the free throw line. 5-4. Duval reaches in and commits the foul. And Williams, I believe, will go to the line. 78% free throw shooter. Spent 3 years, his first 3 years out of Silverado High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, he spent as an SUU Thunderbird. I wonder how many free throws, including practice, he's attempted from that very spot.
Yeah. Does not have a single free throw tonight, though.
He has scored 12 points, 6 of 12 from the floor, 0 for 2 from three-point range. And his first free throw, rims around and out, the rebound, a push on Greeman. As he tried to fight around Farrow and Burdick, he commits the foul. And that's his 4th. It's also a 10th team foul against California Baptist, so now Jaden Farrow will get 2 free throws. Farrow, a rare miss from the free throw line just moments ago. He can make it a 1-possession ball game if he hits these 2. 3:14 left to play. And almost dead silence in the America First Event Center. I felt like I needed to shut up.
Yeah, I felt like I could have dropped my pen and everybody would have heard it.
3:14 to go, 71-67. Thunderbirds trailed by 20 with 3:03 left in the first half. They have battled, clawed, and roared their way back. Farrow's second free throw swishes. It's a 3-point deficit. Crowd making some noise. Defense, full court pressure. Stevens has hounded Daniels in this second half, and he's on him defensively on this possession with 3 minutes to play. And Stevens commits the foul. Daniels pushed to his left. Stevens reached in and committed the foul. So Daniels will go to the free throw line, an 82% free throw shooter.
Yeah, and Stevens, I think he was on the verge of getting tripped up right there, so he does anything he can to slow down Daniels and get a recovery. Yeah, he was falling backwards right there and just does everything he can to slow down Daniels. And I don't blame him. Daniels has been so effective tonight that you really got to do anything you can as a defender to at least slow him down.
Well, and if you're Stevens, Brady Hennig had come up to set a screen, and Stevens trying to fight through or over the top of that screen, just got a little too close in on Daniels. But the right call. Daniels hits the free throw, and it's a 4-point game. 3 minutes left to play, 72-68. California Baptist led at the half. Daniels' second free throw, no. Rebound out of bounds. Almost Farrow saves it off the baseline to Duval. Duval up to the right wing for Southern Utah, who trailed 45-32 at the half. Dribbles into the paint, finds some space, puts it up as he split two defenders, and draws the foul. Missed the shot off the right side, but will go to the free throw line. So SUU getting to the free throw line a lot tonight. This will be free throws number 25 and 26. That was actually a problem Thursday night. SUU missed a lot of free throws against Utah Valley. They hit just 59%. But tonight, 79%. Duval hits the first and rattles the second one in. It's a 2-point ball game. California Baptist up 72-70. Inbound to Daniels. Stevens initially pressures and then backs off. 2.5 minutes left to play. The Thunderbirds have not led tonight. Shooting just 19% from three-point range, but they are in it. Daniels down the lane, scoops with the left and gets it to go, plus the foul. He is so quick.
Yeah, and he really just picks the spot so well. He sees that lane. The help defense is not late whatsoever. Burdick gets his long arm up there, trying to block it. But Daniels, he is just so precise with the shot. That is just a little bit of a floater because he knows that if he held on to it for one more second, he probably would have gotten blocked.
Burdick with 9 points, 6 rebounds. That's his 4th foul. And that puts California Baptist up by 4. Daniels free throw short. He's missed 2 in a row, including his last trip. Tonight, just 3 of 7 from the line. Dominic Daniels, an 82% free throw shooter. So it's a 4-point deficit. Duval on the left wing. Finds Barclay, left corner open 3. No, just short. The rebound. Burdick tipped it, but Jackson has it for CBU. Boy, that could have been a huge 3 from Barclay. Southern Utah needs a stop, trailing by 4 with under 2 to go. Duval defending Daniels. The grad student from Compton, California, Daniels, against the freshman from Wilmington, Delaware in Duval. Shot clock at 5. Daniels dribbles right, lost control, got it back to Hennig. Burdick gets the block, rebound tipped out of bounds. Shot clock expires before it goes out, and Southern Utah gets a huge defensive stop.
Hennig right at the free throw line just gets blocked away by Burdick. He says, not tonight.
Burdick under a block per game. The 7-footer gets a big block down the stretch, and a timeout, Southern Utah. California Baptist was setting up in a full court press, and SUU wasn't quite set up for it. So Coach Jeter takes a timeout with 1:38 to go. SUU down by 2 scores, 74-70. California Baptist 2-0 against Southern Utah this season. SUU has gotten a win over every other team in the WAC this year except California Baptist.
Yep. And in the clutch right here now, you're looking to your superstars at this point. You're looking for Elijah Duval. I think they're going to look more for Burdick right now after that block. He wants the ball on offense.
And he shoots at such a high percent. He's 4 of 6 from the floor tonight. Over the last 6 games, he's shooting 68%. Duval's been great tonight, 27 points. That's 1 short of his career high. In that game, he went 11 of 15 from the free throw line. That was against Utah Tech in a 102-91 loss for Southern Utah. Inbound to Duval, and then the full court pressure backs off. He crosses the timeline with 1:30 left to play. Southern Utah down 74-70. Dribbles behind the back, gets into the lane, lost it, kicked it, trying to maintain possession. And Southern Utah turns it over for just the 8th time tonight. Maybe forced it a little bit there as he was double teamed and tried to split defenders. So Southern Utah in a pinch now. They're down by 4, and California Baptist has the ball. Southern Utah's full court pressure. They just get it into Greenman. Quick pass to Daniels, and the Lancers have numbers against Burdick. Daniels hangs in the air and puts it up off the window and in. 6-point California Baptist lead. Quickly to Duval, to the top of the key. Hesitates, tries to drive, cut off, then outside. Stevens for three, top of the key, back iron, no. Burdick the rebound for Southern Utah, and they'll get a second crack at it. Duval steps back, top of the key, three, and rattles in. 76-73, 59 seconds to go. Duval with his second triple of the night has 30 points and a new career high.
Yeah, and that one, it's all confidence on the part of Duval right there. Credit to Burdick for getting that rebound and having the awareness to find Duval on the kick out right there. But Duval is such a confident player at such a young age. He is so dynamic for this team.
Duval, again, his previous career high was 28. He is a freshman and has lived up to his billing as a four-star ESPN recruit. Has averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, almost 5 assists over the last 11 games. And tonight, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And you love to see that he's only got 2 turnovers tonight. He's taking care of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
That three-point basket, a big one. Cafe Sabor post-game show coming up. Stay tuned. Southern Utah has trailed by as much as 20 tonight, but they've battled back and they trail by 3 with 59 seconds to go. They come out with Braden Johnson, Logan Stevens, Jaden Farrow, Cale Barclay, and Kai Burdick on the floor. Jackson, Williams, Daniels, Greeman, and Hennig on the floor. Inbound, and Jackson will bring it across the timeline. Lobs over to Daniels. Play clock to 20. Or shot clock to 15. Play clock, the game clock at 45. Daniels dribbling outside, way out on the left wing. Kicks across to Williams. The three, no, off the iron, and it's a long rebound. Williams saves it out of bounds and throws back to Daniels. Timeout. Coach Rick Croy with 19 on the shot clock and 30.5 on the game clock. That rebound went long, and nobody even went for it except for Williams.
Yep.
And
yeah, it's a very underrated asset of the game right there. When you're the defenders, you got to call for the rebound and chase after it if you can.
And I think as all the Thunderbirds just thought, oh, that's going to be too long and go out of bounds. But the hustle there by Martell Williams. I don't know that he was even the closest player to the ball, but he got there. He was the only one that went for it.
Yeah.
Let's watch. He may have been the closest to it. It was a long rebound, and boy, he just kept his toes in bounds to save that and give California Baptist another possession.
Yeah, no Thunderbirds called for it, and I completely agree with what you said. I don't think any of them really thought they had a shot at it.
For Williams, it's a stretch maybe to call it the play of the game, but the hustle there may turn out to be the play of the game as it keeps it keeps California Baptist with the ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing when it comes to basketball. Like, yeah, all the big shots, they matter the most when they come up, but it's the little things, that little bit of effort that gives you the edge over your opponent.
Williams has scored in double figures 26 times this season, including tonight, has 12 points. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. And boy, big time hustle save there by Williams. 76-73. California Baptist leads. 19 on the shot clock. 30.5 on the game clock. Thunderbirds need a stop. Jackson to inbound. Struggles to get it in, then does to Williams. Farrell almost poked it away, and then Farrell commits a foul. And Williams goes to the floor. Well, he's 2 hands, 2 feet on the floor, and heads to the free throw line with 26.7 left to play. Jones will check into the game. Thunderbirds' top 3-point shooter with Hayhurst on the bench, not dressed tonight to play. So this free throw's big here for Williams. He'll get 2. And he gets the first to rattle in. 78% free throw shooter. That makes it a 2-possession ball game. 77-73, California Baptist leads with 26.7 to go. Williams second, makes it a 5-point game, swishes that one in. Cottrell to check in for Burdick. Burdick, a 50% free 3-point shooter. That's just 2 of 4 on the season. Cottrell, 22% on the season. Inbound to Cottrell, to Farrow. Bounces ahead, almost through. He did throw it away. Pressured, there was two defenders right on him, and he threw it to Duval running forward and just threw it a little too far. Duval couldn't get it. And California Baptist has it with a 5-point lead and 22 seconds to go. And Chooks Isatua checks in, the 6'10 sophomore who has not been in a game since January 17th versus Abilene Christian. Inbound, and the Thunderbirds commit a quick foul. Less than half a second off the clock, sends Daniels Jr. to the free throw line. Daniels Jr. with 28 tonight, and you might think, well, that's maybe close to a career high. No, not even close.
Really, what is his career
47. He scored 47 earlier this season, and actually that was against Utah Valley, an overtime win on January 24th. Junior hits the free throw and has 29 tonight. 21.2 seconds to go. The Thunderbirds trailed by as much as 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. They've battled back. They got to within 3. But California Baptist has pulled away here in the last 30 seconds. They lead by 6. Daniel's second free throw could make it a 3-possession ball game, and it does with a swish. Inbound, Abelar will let it bounce, pick it up at half court. Quick dribbles to his right, sees a lane, takes it, and floats it short. Rebound Greeman, and California Baptist can dribble it out. Abelar commits a foul, and Daniels will go to the free throw line with 11 seconds to go. I think everybody but Abelar had said, I think this is over. But the senior, playing his final game at the America First Events Center, does not want it to end this way. He's hoping for some kind of miracle. Farrow checks out, another one of the Thunderbirds seniors. Isaiah Cottrell, Logan Stevens, Lorenzo Abelar, Langston Binns, Dylan Jones, Kai Burdick, and Jaden Farrow, the seniors for Southern Utah. Cafe Sabor postgame show coming up. 11 seconds left to go. Daniels hits the first free throw. It's an 8-point Lancer lead. The lefty hits the second free throw as well. He had struggled from the free throw line tonight, but hit his last 4 to keep California Baptist's lead out of reach. Abelar to the top of the key, stops and pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to go. It rattles home, and Abelar has points on senior night.
Yep, nice little sentimental moment right there.
Abelar had not scored since January, no, that's not right. Had not made a 3 since January 21st. Played 4 minutes at Utah Valley. And gets 2 points tonight, 82-75. Langston Binns checks into the game as well. So you got Binns, Abelar, Johnson, Barclay, and Isatua on the floor for Southern Utah. Extra round of applause for Jones. Tough way to finish his regular season. 1 shot attempt, no points in 22 minutes. California Baptist knew they wanted to deny him shots, and they did a masterful job. Inbound to Daniels. He holds it till the final horn. 82-75. California Baptist with the win. And Southern Utah ends its season on a 2-game losing streak. They finished number 5 in the WAC. California Baptist second in the WAC, and they have a chance to tie for first if Utah Tech can come from behind and beat Utah Valley. There's 10 minutes left in that one. Utah Valley up 10. Our final score here tonight, 82-75. California Baptist jumped out to an early lead. They never trailed, and they win by 7 at Southern Utah. Cafe Sabor postgame show coming up when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Ben Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us, Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
You can just sit. I'm just kidding. Let's get a chair. Grab that chair. Welcome back on the post-game show, brought to you by Cafe Sabor. Proud supporter of Southern Utah Athletics. Join us at Cafe Sabor in Cedar City for the Thunderbird Coaches Show, where you'll hear from coaches across Southern Utah Athletics while enjoying great food and conversation. Keep an eye on Southern Utah Athletics social media for show times. Joining us here on the post-game show, Kai Burdick. I'm Ryan Steinecker, JC Rockhill here as well. Kai, tough loss. You guys, what a battle back, though. You guys never gave up.
Yeah, that really was. And I think that was our emphasis going into halftime. Being down 13, we just said, we got to grind it out. This is probably the most physical team in the league. And to compete with them, you got to crash the boards. You got to get up on them. And I think we did a really good job there at the end. Just fell a little short.
You started the last 7 games, and your production went way up, almost a double-double tonight, 9 points, 8 rebounds. What's that been like for you to start these last 7 games of your senior year?
It's been awesome. I just think about the journey I've had here the last 2 years and just the growth I've had, and credit to the coaches for sticking with me and giving me that opportunity there at the end. And it was really fun to get to just be such a contributor there down the stretch.
Kai, I'm going to ask you one question. I want to talk about that dunk that you had earlier in the game. I mean, that really brought the house down for a hot second. What was going through your head as the ball's coming towards you, and how did you feel after it?
Well, right when he let that one go, let that go to me, I knew I had to put some power on it. I had to help swing that momentum. We were going on a run, and when you get a big slam like that, that's always a big boost for the team, so that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
That goes through your head in that moment? Like, let's get the crowd more involved. I mean, maybe that's just instinct for somebody like you.
Yeah. In that situation, I just think I need to dunk it, and like when you think like that, you're more likely than not going to make it, because when you take it up with aggression, you're gonna put it in.
Kai, let's look back on this regular season. It probably, and Coach Jeter said this, not as many wins as you thought you'd have this season with this group.
Yeah.
But you've shown you can beat anybody in the WAC. California Baptist is the only team you haven't beat this year in the WAC. So some promise so this team can keep up scoring with anybody in the WAC.
Absolutely, and we know that like we saw in that second half, when we just put together some stops, I don't think there's any team in this conference that we can't beat, and it's just going to be a matter of doing that for 40 minutes. And if we can do that in Vegas, I really believe this team can do something.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you more about how did you feel on the court in this one? Obviously, you guys fought all throughout the game. Is that something that you guys emphasize every game, really, that you want to finish as hard as you can?
Absolutely, and just lately, like knowing our defense has been struggling, that's been a point of emphasis, is that you gotta work hard. If you want things to work for you, you gotta work hard, and especially again against this Cal Baptist team, which is probably the best rebounding, most physical team in the conference. That's the #1 point of emphasis coming into this this game.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked about this game. You guys stood toe-to-toe with them really in that second half in terms of physicality. I mean, you guys fought them.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if we can do that for a full 40 minutes against any of these WAC teams, we're going to be looking good in a week.
That's your focus going into WAC Vegas next Thursday night. You play UT Arlington, I believe.
Yep. I think even these last two games, right? We lost a couple close ones, but I think there's a lot of good things to build on in those games. There's moments, there's stretches that get away from us, and then there's moments and stretches where we just look dominant. And if we can just capture that and just be consistent longer stretches, I think we're going to be in a good spot.
Kai or JC, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, this one's a little bit on a deeper level. What has it been like to play for this team overall? Such a great coaching staff. They obviously motivate the heck out of you, and you have such incredible teammates. What has the experience been like for you?
It's been incredible here, and I'm trying not to let it get to me too much right now, but it's been a joy to be here, and the people in this community have just been awesome and welcoming, and just the coaches seeing my development through these past couple years has been incredible, and I wouldn't have had it any other way.
You feeling here's my observation. I see you on campus a couple times a week, but it's never just you. It's always you and Jaden and Kale. Like, you guys are like thick as thieves. You're never apart from each other, it seems like.
Yeah, and that, especially with this year's team, I really felt that me specifically, I just built a lot of really close friendships, and so that was super special for me to just have a bunch of guys you can spend a lot of time with off the court, not just on, and just build lifelong friendships.
I should say thick as Thunderbirds instead of thick as
That's right, yeah.
Kai, thanks so much. Are we going to get you on the air broadcasting some baseball this spring?
Yeah, some softball, Spencer. Yeah. I'm ready to go. I hope my skills haven't declined. I've been kind of off the mic now for a little while, but that was a lot of fun last spring.
It's like riding a bike, so just get the headset back on, you'll be good. Exactly. Kai Burdick, thanks so much for joining us.
All right, thank you guys.
Congrats on the season. Good luck at WAC Vegas.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Kai Burdick here on the post-game show, brought to you by Cafe Sabor. Appreciate you coming up after the game tonight. And 82-75, the final score. Southern Utah falls to California Baptist and finishes the season 10-21 overall, 6-12 in the WAC, number 5 in the WAC standings, and they'll take on UT Arlington in round 1 at WAC Vegas next Thursday night.
Yeah, and I think the biggest takeaway for this game for the Thunderbirds is by far the fact that they finished and they fought, because that's going to be the through line for your team. If you stick together and you fight no matter what, then the sky's the limits, really. And this is a team that does it so well. They fight no matter what the score is.
It's interesting talking to each one of them, though. They know how good they can be. They all say, we just got to put it together for a full 40 minutes. They know what they need to do.
Yeah.
Time for their final score, brought to you by Rally Stop. Whether you need to fuel up your tank, grab a snack, or stock up on drinks for the roads, Rally Stop convenience stores have you covered across southern Utah. Rally Stop, your final stop before the road ahead. And 82-75, the final. California Baptist jumped out to an early lead. They led by as much as 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Southern Utah roared back and outscored the Lancers 43-37 in the second half, but fall ultimately 82-75. That's your final score, brought to you by Rally Stop. Southern Utah ended up shooting 45%. They took care of the ball tonight, which you love. If they can hold it under 10 or 12 turnovers, which they did tonight, they seem to be able to stay in with anybody.
Yeah, and the physicality was just so on point in this one on both sides of the ball, especially in that second half. Like, you can tell with the offense, they attacked the Lancers so physically. It really showed off on the scoreboard as well, and it just showed that the level of effort that the Thunderbirds can have, it can take them to very high places.
SUU just 4 of 19 from three-point range tonight. We'll hope they do better than that at WAC Vegas next week. Time now for our player of the game, brought to you by Bullock Drug. More than just a pharmacy, Bullock's is your downtown stop for handcrafted sodas, old-fashioned candy, and all your prescription needs. Bullock Drug, a Cedar City tradition and proud supporter and partner of SUU Athletics. Have you been into Bullock Drug?
Not yet. No, I've only been here for a few months. Don't worry, I'll get there though.
They've got all these, like, just a whole counter's worth of all these different gummies and chocolates, and my kids love love going there because they'll be like, that's a new one. I want to, and they'll give you a free sample. Okay. So you get the sample, and then I love it. I'm going to get a pound of that or whatever. Anyway,
I haven't had a lot of sweets in too often. Obviously, it sounds like a future cavity and dentist trip for me.
Yeah, that's Bullock Drug. Player of the game. I think it's fairly obvious when you look at the stats. Barclay had a great night, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, a new career high 14 points. Jaden Farrow, about his typical self, 6 rebounds, a couple assists, and 14 points. But a standout tonight, Elijah Duval.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you put 30 points in one night, that obviously makes you stand out alone. But the one that makes him stand out even more is the turnovers. He had a great game, not turning the ball over in this one. He protected it well. He was always putting in that last little bit of effort to get the ball and help his team win. And so this is a very easy guess for me. It's Elijah Duval. He's the player of the game.
13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and you love that he just turned it over twice. So he took care of it tonight. 11 of 17 from the floor. And Southern Utah is the number 1 3-point shooting team in the WAC at 35%. If they shoot 35% from 3 tonight, that's an extra 6 or 8 or 9 points, and this is they're right there in this game. So that fell short in that. But Elijah Duval, our player of the game, brought to you by Bullock Drug. Time now for our Pioneer Floor Covering play of the game, brought to you by Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center. Just like SUU, Pioneer is built on quality and performance. Visit their Sage Drive location in Cedar City for incredible flooring, unique options for design, and unbeatable service. Pioneer Floor Coverings, proud to cover every step of your home. Have a couple big candidates for play of the game. Duval hit a 3 with 59 seconds to go to make it a 3-point game. Right. Had a fast break where Barclay finished with an and 1 to make it a 9-point game and with about 6 minutes left to go. But I think our top candidate, you know this one, right? Logan Stevens gets the steal, and then what happened?
And slam down.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can put it. Burdick, I mean, he absolutely threw it down, and the reason why I'm picking that one is because of the way that he did it, because he's a 7-foot man running down a basketball court and getting a jam. It's that kind of effort that makes it stand out so much, and because it was probably his last game, it just adds so much sentimental value to it as well. Very talented player. Wish him nothing but the best, so that's the play of the game, that dunk right there by Burdick.
Stevens the steal, pass to Duval. He found Burdick for the one-handed jam, and that cut the deficit to single digits. So that was a big part of that, too, that made it even a bigger play. That play of the game brought to you by Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center. Thunderbirds lost tonight 82-75. California Baptist improves to 23-8 overall this season, 13-5 in the WAC. And if Utah Valley loses to Utah Tech, then California Baptist would share the WAC title with Utah Valley, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. The Wolverines lead the Trailblazers 72-64 with 5.5 minutes left to go. But California Baptist probably watching the scoreboard to see if they can win a share of the WAC title. They shoot 53% tonight, 38% from three-point range. Dominique Daniels Jr., 32 points with a couple rebounds and 1 assist. Jonathan Greeman goes for 6 points but 10 rebounds. Martell Williams, the former Thunderbird, 14 points and 9 boards. And then Jaden Jackson also had 14 points, 3 Lancers in double figures, and they earned the win. They out-rebounded Southern Utah 37-29 tonight, JC.
Yeah, and it's all going to go back to the physicality and their ability to box out the Thunderbirds in this one, because these two teams, they were very evenly matched in size and everything. It's just going to come down to the strength and the ability to box out your opponent and go for those rebounds.
Thunderbirds matched points in the paint 38-38 tonight, so that's something that you wanted to see them do. I think when they do that, take care of the ball, match points in the paint, they can hang with any team, and then if their three-point shooting is where they want it to be, boy, they can beat any team in this Western Athletic Conference. So
there's no doubt about that.
We'll hope for that next week at WAC Vegas. Any final thoughts?
I just wanted to thank all the seniors of this team, honestly. I mean, they have contributed so much to this team and this community as well. They deserve so much credit for what has happened this year. The highs, the lows, they've been through it all, and they deserve a lot of credit. They always have their heads up and always look to the next game. That's what they're going to do next week, so a lot of credit goes to the seniors of this team.
So that wraps up the regular season for the SUU Thunderbirds. They'll play at the WAC tournament next week. Both the women and men get things going in WAC Vegas on Thursday. The women play either UT Arlington or Utah Tech. Either way, though, Southern Utah finished third, so they get a Thursday afternoon tip at 3:30 Mountain Time. You can listen to that right here on Thunder 91. The SUU men will play. They wrap up a number 5 seed in the regular season in the conference, and they'll play against UT Arlington, who they're 1-2 against so far this season. That'll be Thursday night at 7 p.m. So the women, so both teams Thursday, the women at 3:30, the men at 7 p.m. Both games here on Thunder 91. All right, this broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Southern Utah University to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner and Southern Utah University Athletics. Executive producer of SUU basketball broadcast is Funaki Assisi, and special thanks to the SUU Athletic Office, Regan Hunsaker, and stream operator Rob Birdsey. And studio operations by Van Wagner and the SUU Communications Department. Thanks to Nathaniel Buck for being back in the Thunder 91 studios tonight. JC, it's been a pleasure. It was fun doing a game with you tonight. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I really like doing this with you.
For JC Rockhill, I'm Ryan Steinecker. Tune in for Southern Utah's next game. I mentioned that. Again, the SUU women play Thursday afternoon at 3:30 Mountain Time. The men at 7 p.m. next Thursday at the WAC tournament in Las Vegas. Until then, thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk with you again soon.